Everything else I said doesn't matter actually because no one could hear me. So it's totally okay. Mainly, what anyone has to know is that I am recovering from being sick, but I have everything I need. I have my Theraflu tea next to me. I have my cough drops. So if it sounds like there's something in my mouth, it's cough drops. So that's what that is. We are playing a game called The Winter Wedding. It is another demo from the same company that same people that made How to Break Up with Your Yandere Boyfriend. And I need that game. I need that full game. I'm tired of it being a demo. I'm sorry. I'm asking so much, but I need that game. Hello, Angelic Duck. Welcome, welcome. Is that a banana? It is a banana. Okay, cool. Welcome, welcome. I'm sick. I'm so. You probably don't even hear it. I've heard my voice notes. It doesn't sound like I'm sick, but I can hear it. It's just. But yes, we're playing this game, and I need this game. Not this game. I haven't played this game yet. I hear wonderful things, but I need the other game they made to be a full game already. Jerks, not losers. I'm sorry. No, you're wonderful people. Jerks, you're jerks though. Thank you for the hep hat, Janice. Oh, and also Angelic Duck, thank you for the hep hat. Oh my god. Thank you. I must sound worse than I think I do then. Oh god. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna be playing this game, and hopefully we can get through the whole game today in a world where I don't talk a lot. No, you sound good. Okay, cool. I know I don't though. That's the thing. Like I said, I know to the world I sound fine, but like I still feel the rasp in the back of my throat. I don't know if it's me though. I don't know. But anyway, I have my Theraflu tea. I have my cough drops. We're good to go. So let's get into this game. And oh, I know what I was talking about before when the audio didn't catch me. I was talking about a manga I used to read that was Omegaverse. My first foray into Omegaverse. And I stopped reading it because the manga got too caught up in setting up the world and not focusing on the main couple of the story. So I just stopped reading it because of that reason. I forgot the name of it, but like they turn into animals. And the secondary couple, I remember this specifically. The secondary couple was a snake. Was it a dog? Snake and a dog? I think so. It was like he turned to a snake in the next one. Was he a snake? Because yeah, he was cold and the one was warm. I think it was a snake and a dog. It doesn't matter. But it was Omegaverse, and I was laughing about the fact again. No one caught this in the audio. It's so fun forgetting how streaming works when you've been gone for a while. Um, it was really funny looking at the family tree in this Omegaverse manga because like men and women can give birth, right? And men and women can also impregnate. So there was like a situation where there were two brothers, but what the first brother, the woman was the woman was um the sperm carrier, let's just say that, like the person who impregnated. But for the second brother, she was the one that carried the brother. Like she was the um what's it called? Pregnant one. It was hilarious. Like just seeing like how that went down. It was really funny, and I actually personally liked it. And of course, it had all the classic early 2000s like toxicity of a yaoi. Um but I think the reason I stopped it because like after a while it just kept giving me so many fucking couples that it was just like I don't care anymore about these couples. I care about the first couple and the secondary couple. Everyone else, I don't know why we're fucking sitting here for. They gave me like a whole biology explanation about how mpreg happened, which was hilarious to me. But again, I was just like, I don't care. There was like at one point where like one of the people was a bat, and bats I think can change. Oh my god, hello FSM, welcome. I'm sick, so I'm not as much enthusiastic, but hello bombshells, welcome. I am Vivian Darling. I am your darling. I'm the goddess of love. Despite what anyone else can say, they don't understand anything and they're stupid. So anyway, hello, welcome. As you can see, well, I'm usually more animated, but I'm getting over a illness, a cold. The first words I hear were "mpreg happens." So that sounds like my kind of stream. Oh my god. Yes, we were talking about Omegaverse. I'm actually gonna play an Omegaverse game, but I was telling everybody about the first Omegaverse manga that I ever read, and it was interesting. And I just stopped reading it because there's just so many couples. But I was reading it far too young, and just all the shenanigans that I read about in that manga, and it like quickly got me, and I learned all the terms of like everything that happened. And then they also turn into animals too. So is that AVO? I think that's what it's called. I forgot. But like, so I got it. It had everything. But I just stopped reading it because it just got too much. There were ABO. Why I keep saying AVO? It's literally whatever, ABO. But yeah, so it just became too much. Like too many people, and I was like, I don't care. I want couple, main couple, and side couple. Other than that, fuck these bitches. Get out of my face. And like they had interesting concepts within the manga, so it is that. I do have to sleep. I'm afraid it's too late. And oh my god, and my boss really doesn't like me sleeping in for some reason. Ah, fuck that boss. Honestly, same. I come in late. They're like, "How dare you be late?" I was like, "Excuse you, I'm sleepy." But yes, you go off, Evistam. Go off to sleep. I'll take care of everyone who's here. If anyone likes to stay, hello, you're all welcome to stay. I play a lot of ult. I forgot to say this too. I play. Oh, by the way, FSM, have a good night. But for anyone who is staying, I play a lot of ultimate games, dating sims, visual novels, and of the like. There are some spooky games mixed into it, cozy games mixed into it, but it's usually visual games, point and clicks, and we're laughing about toxic dynamics and relationships because um it's fun to watch them from afar but not to be in it. So let's all just sit here and watch from afar. Yeah. um but yeah, so because so many people came in, I lost my train of thought. Oh wait, Jenna says, "Oh, you're fancy. I just read Omegaverse fanfics with a slide scale of quality." I wouldn't say this manga was good on quality. Like I said, there were so many people introduced, and there were interesting concepts. Like there was one where a creature was a bat, like the person was a bat, and I think bats can, at least the specific bat that they were, can change their sex. So this person was biologically born a man, but changed their genitalia to female, and he was like, it was because it's easier that way, and then everyone was like, "Oh, you must really like sex." So like it was an interesting concept. It brought into a lot of things like honest, like obviously it brought into like it, just saying it quickly introduced me to a lot of concepts that to now, very quickly at a very young age. But like I said, I stopped reading it because there's so many people. It's just like, okay, I don't care about this bat person. I want to talk about how this bat person who gets sold off to a royal family like in a random country because they're a dying species, and the bat person makes it easier to impregnate. Like I was just like, I don't care. I want back to the other couple, the main couple that was really cute, and the toxic side couple. Like those are the only ones I care about. No one else. But yes, okay, hold on, another sip. But that was my foray into Omegaverse. I don't think I've ever touched Omegaverse again. It's not that I do that. No, I did. I actually read another one. It was manga again, but this time it was straight Omegaverse. It was really weird because they clearly didn't like each other, and I felt really bad for her. Like she would cry and she's like, "I fucking hate you." But my body, I'm an Omega, my body reacts only to you. And I'm like, oh, but I would honestly have to kill myself. Like I couldn't do this. I was like, oh, that sucks. And I kept fast forwarding. I was like, this has to be better, right? So I just skimmed it real quick. It never got better, and I was like, okay, I'm not reading this anymore. Is there another Omegaverse I've ever read? I don't know. I don't know. But I think it's top of my head, those are the only two I've ever read. Now we're gonna play another one. We're gonna play a game. And I'm back in Omegaverse, baby. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna see, but we're gonna see something. My only thing is, I don't know if I wanna be a girl or a boy. I feel like I wanna be a girl just cause I'm a girl and I like being a girl. I don't know. But okay, let's go to our content warnings. I think this is the content warnings. So let's go into our content warnings. It's been a good 25 minutes. All right. This game is set in an Omegaverse universe where every oh my god, where every individual is born with not only a primary gender but also a secondary gender, alpha, beta, or omega. These secondary genders shape everything from social dynamics and interpersonal relationships to biology and legal systems. Please note the game includes themes such as social discrimination, male pregnancy, and mind-altering elements like rusts, heat, and pheromones. Oh my god! You'll discover more about this world as you play. In the game, you are an Omega. Maybe I'm a bitch, but I feel like is it betas are just basic, right? I feel like I would just want to be basic. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm not reaching for the stars here. But I just like I don't want to be an omega. And also, oh my god, the responsibilities of an alpha. That's awful. I don't want to be a beta. Oh my god. That's what I'm saying. Omega sucks. Like I have to be like basically a slave to my body? Absolutely not. Okay, so we're all boring bitches then. We all want to be betas. We're like, excuse you, no thank you. You know, hilariously enough, I fucking hate, like that I said, I don't want to be an alpha because the responsibility is so fucking annoying. And yet, every D&D game I play, I'm the captain and I fucking hate it. I'm like, why am I given... Is it because I don't want the responsibility that I'm the perfect candidate for the responsibility? I hate this. Beta just seems like a normal person, lol. With the option for being a switch. Yes, okay, that's exactly why I like beta too. I was like, I'd rather be that. Everything else sounds so annoying. Oh! Oh my god, here's the warnings. Here's the warnings. In story, death, not graphic. I can die. Depictions of blood and serious injury, mentions of animal hunting, use of non-consensual drugs is crazy. MC experiencing severe hallucinations and grieving the loss of family from the non-consensual drugs, I see. Unhealthy relationship dynamics and mind control. So in the game, flashing lights, screen shaking, jump scares, and sudden loud noises. It's crazy. Oh my god. Well, here it is. Oh my god, that's us. I click it, what happens? Oh! I like my dress better. I'm so sorry. I'm too much of a girl. I can't even pretend to be like, that suit's nice. No. That dress is nice. I want to be at the dress. All right, let me see. Sees white hair. I knew you would. Full screen. Perfect. Ooh, Spanish Latin America. I can't do that right now. My throat. I can't do that. I can't. I'm blaming my illness, but I literally couldn't do this even if I wanted to. My Spanish is not that good. Oh, can we talk about how gorgeous this looks? I know. Again, this is the same people that made the demo. What's the demo called again? How to break up with your yandere boyfriend. You know how pretty that looked? It's the same people. I will once again link the game. This is the game on itchio if anyone wants to play it. But yeah. Not only in the game design, not only is the game design pretty, but the art is so nice. No, it really is. Honestly, okay, listen, I'm also looking at white hair too. There's something about this one where it's just like, ugh, I don't like it. I don't know, the redhead. Oh wait, you can't even see my mouse, can you? Now you can. Okay, we go. The thing about the redhead is like, I don't know. I really hope it says it's supposed to be noise, but I don't hear anything. There should be audio, but I don't hear shit. Okay, hopefully something happens. Okay, which body you want to play with, the left or the right? I kind of want the left. I'm so sorry. I know I said I. We're gonna do straight Omegaverse. We're gonna be like that lady that tried to copyright straight Omegaverse. We're gonna do that. She, her. Confirm. Type in your name. Okay, Vivian. 10 days left until your wedding. Ah, ah. That fucking soured the mood real quick. Winter, not exactly your favorite season. Though you've always found it soothing to watch snowflakes slowly fall and evaporate against the warmed glass of the window. You were never one of those children eager to rush outside for snowball fights or to build snowmen. So when your nanny said your overprotective parents wouldn't allow it because of your your frail health, you didn't feel particularly disappointed. Now there's no one left to enforce such rules. Ah, our parents died. Mama, Papa. And that's one of the reasons winter is so sorrowful for you. Your father was never much interested in winter sports, but you know he couldn't resist your mother's persistence. That persistence ultimately cost them their lives when the ice on the frozen lake suddenly gave way beneath them while they skated. I was gonna mention that, like, my stepfather, we don't really watch the Winter Olympics. The only thing on the Winter Olympics that we do watch is figure skating. It's really funny to me. This man is just so, like, girly pop coded, like, but he doesn't see it, and I'm just like, it's just so funny to me how you're like, yeah, man, and then you're just like, gymnastics, figure skating. Like, when we watch the Olympics, we're exclusively watching the gymnastics. It's so funny. Like, he only wants to watch gymnasts. When we were watching, like, what was it, the judo team, like the judo, like the fighting, he only wanted to watch the girls. He didn't want to watch any. We watched the men, and he's like, this is so fucking boring. I'm like, how is this boring? It's the same thing. He's like, no, it's not. They're not giving me any pizzazz. They're not, like, actually showing me shit, okay? The boys are just pushing. The girls are, like, doing shit. They're lifting, they're throwing. It's just so funny. But we literally watch figure skating all the time. And he's always there cheering and always he's always like, kind of like, that's right, that's right. It's so funny to me. So when he was like, yeah, my father wasn't that much interested into winter sports, it's like, not my stepfather. He loved him some figure skating. Period, sir. Such a girl dad. No, it's so true. He loved him some figure skating. It was so funny. Would he do it? No, but, like, is he gonna make sure you are the best one in the team? Hell yeah. He reminds me of that meme that went around like a couple of months ago where the father was like, if you're gonna be gay, you're gonna be the gay, okay? He's like training him to do like and split. I was like, this is my stepfather. You're gonna be gay, you're gonna be the gay, all right? You can't be fucking around here. Hi, Rick. Welcome. Full warning, I am sick. So if I sound raspy or not as energetic, that's kind of why. By the time they were pulled from the water, it was too late for anything to be done. As you touch their gravestones, even through your gloves, you can feel the freezing cold of the marble. It's already been 5 years since you lost them. Look at me. Ooh, look at me. I'm a gothic queen. So cute. Mother, father, I miss you so much. If only there were a way to stop that accident, to turn back time. But that's impossible. Anyway, I brought you some beautiful flowers. Oh my god, lilies! Lurking without audio. Hello, Lore. Thank you for lurking. Okay. Ugh. You carefully place the white lilies on the grave, speckled here and there with patches of snow. The harsh snowflakes sting your face, threatening to bury the flowers completely under the white blanket for long. Feeling the need to leave soon, you cast one last glance at the grave. Ah! What happened? And in the blink of an eye, the white lilies are no longer white, but soaked in vivid crimson blood seeping from the grave itself. What happened? What? Your heartbeat quickens and your breath forms a white mist that clouds your vision. Even so, the red is so intense that it overwhelms you. Your head spinning, your knees buckling. Bro, maybe I'm just. Maybe this is a Latina thing. I'd be screaming. Like, there's no way I can have this quiet terror. It'd be an outward terror that everyone would know. Everyone would know I'm afraid. Because I'd be screaming. Okay, the last of my tea. Just as you are about to collapse, a strong arm catches you by the shoulder. Oh my god, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Which one of the men? Turning your gaze, you find Tristan, right? Sad. Tristan standing beside you. Who's this? Oh, okay, here we go. So his name is... Oh, this is my butler? Wow. Like, wow. Oh, that's my butler? I just gotta say, you know? That's my butler? Damn, that's my butler? Why is he not? That's my butler. That's my butler. His attentive eyes shift between you and the grave, as though trying to discern the source of your distress. I'm in mourning, sir. There's no trace of alarm or confusion in his demeanor. Elope with the butler. Oh, God, I wish I could. Like, honestly. Imagine having a butler. You can make him do whatever you want. I would order him to skinny hunt for me. Wait. No, shiny hunt. Oh my god, why did I say skinny hunt? Shiny hunt for me. I tried actually shiny hunting. Yeah, I would probably order someone to do it for me too. It's like, no, I need literally anyone else, please. That was awful. Never did it again. I was like, I did it once and I was like, why is everyone into this? And I was like, I hate this. He's got the same yellow eyes, probably the second male lead. Huh. I assume so. He did look I knew this was the guy in the art. I just didn't know he was my butler. I wish I had a butler retired cooking and cleaning. Yeah. I feel like I'd make him cook and clean too. And do my laundry. I'm tired of doing my own laundry. I don't want to do it anymore. I want someone else to do it for me. Frantically, you glance back at the grave. I'm hiding, but look at how small I am behind him. Yes, this is a bonus. The lilies are as white as you left them. No trace of blood remains. Are you all right, my lady? I cannot give him a voice. I feel like it sounds fine on voice note, but like I can hear it. My voice does not sound 100%. I can't even pretend to have a boy's voice. You're gonna get this voice only. Are you all right, my lady? Is something the matter? I'm fine, Tristian, right? Is it Tristian? Am I correct? Tristian? It's alright, Tristan. Just a little dizzy, that's all. Kiss him. So then, a fleeting hallucination. You know, sometimes that happens in the winter. You know, that seasonal depression really just loves to kick you in the ass, huh? Can't exactly say it's the first time. You just have random hallucinations, and you tell no. Well, no, actually, we can't tell any doctor about this. Never mind. You've never fully recovered since losing your family. You must have been affected by the cold, 100%. You should probably take me inside, by bridal style, carrying me. For moments, you can't help but feel uneasy at the way his gaze sharpens, as if he's aware of what you're thinking. Now is certainly not the time to meet with another new doctor who promises to cure you with their sedatives. Oh, okay. Thankfully, the familiar steadiness of his voice soon puts you at ease. Shall we head back to the carriage, my lady? Please hold on to me tightly. You know, I could hold on to you very tightly if once again you bridal style carry me. With Tristan's help, you make your way out of the eerie silent cemetery into the carriage waiting for you. We're returning to the manor. The road may be icy. Drive carefully. The coachman nods quietly and takes a seat. Everyone seems eager to leave this place. Everyone except you. Your attention is momentarily distracted by the stark white of the gloves covering Tristan's outstretched hand as he helps you step into the carriage. White lilies were your mother's favorite. You recall how she always picked the most beautiful one from every bouquet and tucked it into your hair with a smile. But after the hallucination, perhaps it's best to choose a different flower for your wedding bouquet. You don't want to falter at the altar and embarrass yourself in front of everyone. My lady... Ooh, okay, hold on. Is this music fucking loud as hell? It's loud as hell for me. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Voice volume? Who's speaking? No one's speaking. God, I wish someone was speaking. I wouldn't have to speak. Oh, okay. My lady, if you could hurry. I think I dropped my handkerchief at the grave. I love a handkerchief. It's just so important. Feigning a flustered expression, you press your hand against your bag. The handkerchief is right here. If we leave a message for the caretaker, it should reach the manor within a few days. Oh, but it was a gift from Oscar. You notice a momentary pause. Oh my god. Ooh, and Tristan's expression. Is that jealousy? Unaccustomed as he is to hearing you mention your fiance's name so openly. I'll fetch it immediately, my lady. Please wait in the car. No, let's go together. I don't want to put more importance onto Oscar because, like, I kind of want the butler route. So I'm going to say I'd like to see my parents one last time. Tristan's questioning gaze meets yours, but you'd rather seem sentimental than paranoid. Oh, God. Given the thoughtful, caring attitude your parents had always shown toward you, you are certain no one could find you unjust. Tristian, known for his calm demeanor and logical approach, isn't exactly pleased with your request. But refusing you isn't an option. As my lady wishes. If you'll excuse me, without waiting for reply, he adjusts the loosened collar of your coat with a practical air. Unlike you or the coachman, he seems completely unaffected by the cold. In moments like these, you can't help but wonder if he truly is. Once he's finished, Tristian turns to the coachman. Keep the horses ready. The coachman's silent nod betrays his discontent. But whatever the case, you're certain he's rather be anywhere stand in Tristan's place. I love that I'm hiding behind him. I'm like, I want to go too. Hides behind him. The sudden, violent gust of wind forces you to cling tightly to Tristan, relying on his strength and warmth as much as you can. When you reach your family's grave, nothing appears out of the ordinary at first glance. We must move quickly, my lady. The weather is worsening. You know he's more concerned about you than himself. You can't help but silently berate yourself for your impulsive decision. Perhaps it really is time to meet with a new doctor. I have a butler. He's a cat. Does he get the... I named him Butler. Oh my god. Ah, so cute. He makes the freshest biscuits, doesn't he? Oh. I know I post I know I post about my grandmother's cat a lot, but I wish I had my own cat. Oh. Perhaps it really is time to meet with a new doctor. The handkerchief isn't here. Let's go back. Wait a moment, Tristan. What's this flower? Amidst the bouquet of white lilies you left in the grave, so easily scattered by the wind, one vibrant red flower stands out. As he pulls it free, Tristan's eyes narrow slightly. It appears to be a crimson lily, my lady. The hallucination you saw earlier flashes vividly in your mind, sending a shiver down your spine. But what's it doing here? It was likely mixed in by accident when the bouquet was prepared, my lady. You reach for the crimson lily with your hand and examine it closely. It's identical to the white lilies you selected for your family, except for its color. Oh no, I remember the bouquet perfectly. Oh no, I remember the bouquet perfectly. This isn't possible. In that case, perhaps it was blown here by the wind from another grave. Look, all the flowers on that grave over there are red. Come on, don't fucking... There's no way the wind will blow it. Like, no, that's not happening. Curiosity and determination compel you to race your tiptoes, trying to see the grave Tristan was pointing at. Indeed, in the snowy hill, there are red specks. But you're not as convinced as Tristan that they're the same flower, or even flowers at all. At that moment, your careless stance catches up to you and your foot slips. We just love falling into this man's arms, I see. Not that I blame her. I would also want to fall into this man's arms. In a desperate attempt to keep from falling, you grab onto Tristan's coat. For the first time, you manage to catch him off guard. His typical rigid posture wavers, and he leans toward you. You find his face suddenly startlingly close to yours. Though his lips remain perfectly composed, his golden eyes flicker with an unusual, unreadable glimmer. If it's important to you, my lady, I can inspect every grave here one by one. Your entire body heats with mortification, enough to make you momentarily forget the cold. With his help, you manage to regain your balance once more. Do I want to? I don't know. I kind of do want to know. We have Butler the cat waiting for us at home. I'm taking Rick's cat. We have Butler the cat waiting for us at home. He's got dinner ready. I say check the grave. What's the harm in checking the grave? Not every grave. You know this is sheer foolishness, yet you press on. I want to check that grave. Christian's hesitant gaze shifts between you and the hill. My lady, if you allow it, I'll check that grave myself. There's no need for you to trouble yourself in this weather. I need to see it with my own eyes. Stubbornness isn't a trait of yours you're usually known for, yet the firmness of your voice leaves Tristan with little choice. Please, my lady, stay as close to me as possible. Again, if you bridal carry me, this would be fine. The ground might be icy. Again, if you bridal carry me. Nodding quickly to brush off his concerns, your thoughts are consumed by one thing: the origin of the crimson lily. Can't wait to fall. I just can't wait to fall. I know she's gonna do it. Perhaps that's why, even though you haven't gone far, you fail to notice the freshly snow-covered pit right in front of you. Guys, she just fell. She just went down. This is crazy. It all happens in a fleeting moment right after you let go of Tristan's arm to adjust your coat. Did I die? As soon as you step forward, the dry grass covering the pit crackles under your weight and gives way. In a blink of an eye, you find yourself in a cold pit. This place, too narrow for a grave, makes it impossible for you to get out on your own. Fortunately, it doesn't take long for Tristan to rush to your aid and pull you out. However, as you hurry back home in the carriage, the numbing effect of the cold begins to wear off, and the pain of your leg intensifies in a level you can no longer ignore. Am I bedridden? Oh my god, I failed. Yo, guys, I did something bad. I failed. Oh no. I think I died. The doctor hastily summoned to the manor informs you that your condition is worse than you thought. Did I lose a leg? There's no choice but to postpone the wedding. Unlike your fiance and his family, who rushed to the mansion upon hearing this bad news, you can't say this accident has made you particularly unhappy. After all, while the entire household and your fiance dote on you, eagerly awaiting your recovery, you now have the perfect excuse to spend the snowy winter days confined to your bed. If only it weren't for the pain. She's like, oh, thank God I don't have to fucking be with these people. I can't wait. Ending what? Ending one? Your wedding postponed. That is fucking hilarious. Okay, hold on. I should have saved. Okay, next time. Do this again. All right, yeah. Confirm. Right, skip. Okay, I see my parents one more time. Skip. Okay, okay, hold on. It was check the grave that was the problem, right? I forget. Let's not. It's okay. It's okay. We don't gotta check no graves. It's okay. I learned from in a previous life. I learned my mistakes. We don't gotta go there. No, it's not important. You've been foolish. There's no way you'll truly believe. There's no way you'll truly believe the white lilies you left behind have changed color. As you take Tristan's offered hand, you feel something new. Embarrassment mixed with unease. These feelings stay with you until you settle into the carriage waiting at the entrance of the ceremony. Oh, he comes in with me? Interesting. The warmth of this enclosed space offers only slight comfort, especially with Tristan sitting directly across from you. His presence is a constant, his sharp eyes ever watchful. You're aware that the situation, traveling alone with a servant, is hardly appropriate for someone like you. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, this is weird. Like, why is he in this carriage with me? He should not be in here with me. But since Tristian's arrival, he's been far from an ordinary butler. To other staff and to you. You haven't been sleeping well lately, my lady. If there's anything besides the upcoming wedding troubling you, please don't hesitate to tell me. Your expression, hello Yuki, welcome. Fair warning, I'm sick. I'm recovering from a cold. My voice is not 100%. It still feels, to me at least, really low and raspy. I've heard people say I actually sound perfectly fine, but I know, like, I feel something in there, so. May not be as animated as usual, but I am here and playing Omegaverse. I'm waiting for the Omegaverse part to happen. When am I gonna find my fated mate? When am I gonna be like, when is the running gonna happen? Not the running. Where is the heats gonna happen? I was hoping it would happen with this one, but like it hasn't happened yet. So I'm just waiting impatiently. Your expression hardens reflexively. Who's Daisy? Daisy told you this, didn't she? Daisy, your maid, okay, listens to him more than she listens to you, much to your ongoing frustration. What the fuck? Daisy, what the fuck are you listening to him? I'm the bitch that's paying you. I'll dismiss her as soon as we return to the manor. Oh my god, Daisy, what'd I tell you? Why are you listening to this bitch? She pays your bills. For the first time in what feels like forever, a faint smile crosses Tristian's lips. Tristian's face. What do I say lips for? As you wish, my lady. He's like, wow, take away my gossip, okay? I'll make sure a replacement with all the necessary qualities are arranged promptly. And I'll make sure that she knows when she wants to slip secrets to me, she don't make it obvious. That's precisely the problem. You doubt any new maid, no matter how reserved, would defy him. That's true. Tristian is too commanding for a servant, and you far too compliant for a master. That's crazy. Smack him across the face. Teach them all what for. Still, his flawless management of the estate over the past 5 years has left no room for complaint, even from you. The sound of hooves crunches through the snow, fills the silence. Wolves. My lady, you asked what was keeping me awake at night. Tristian narrowed his eyes slightly. I see. The howls from the forest near the manor, perhaps. Oh god. It feels like they're howling louder than ever these nights. I'll arrange for hunters from the nearby village to deal with it, my lady. You needn't concern yourself. Thank you. If it's truly all that's keeping you up. Your voice raises unintentionally. What do you mean by that, Tristan? I can't even do it. What do you mean by that, Tristan? What do you mean? No, Tristian. I keep saying Tristan. It's Tristian. Tristian. What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? What do you want to say? Do you want me to not marry him? Like, I don't know about you. I don't really like with the redhead. I my type is you. Please tell me you're like secretly rich or something. Like I can actually marry you. Come on. I need those horrible tropes to be real. I need the amnesia, the long lost heir to a duke. Like, I need things. Tristan, please tell me you love me so I can marry you. Perhaps you should consider postponing the wedding, my lady. I only suggest this because winters are particularly hard on your health. Forgive me if I'm overstepped. Your brows knit together in irritation, yet you can't immediately find the words to refute him. Oscar is a noble alpha, and you a noble omega. Marrying Oscar isn't about love, it's an obligation. Like every other inexplicable, unshakable duty in your world. You know, neither you nor your fiance truly has a say in this. Postponing the wedding will only temporarily mask this reality. Still, you sense that Tristian's words might be hinting at your passiveness in this situation. Huh. Oh my god. Okay, so I need to tell you what I was thinking immediately. So you guys have all watched Corpse Party, right? Corpse. Oh my god, no, wrong thing. Corpse Bride. You guys all watched Corpse Bride, right? Remember the opening number where they're singing about everything going according to plan? Immediately when I read everything should proceed as planned, the song played in my head. I can't sing it for you because I'm fucking sick. But it's just like according to plan. It's like all came to my head. I was like, oh fuck. Right, the second one is telling him to fuck off low-key. Okay, my decision is mine to make Tristian. I'll let it slide this time, but I don't want you to bring this up again. That is, but the thing is, like, she's been saying that. I will say, I understand why you would want number two, because she's right, he is overstepping his, like, butler things. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, I'm the fucking noble here. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Oh no, I don't want number two. I think it's the mean one. No. I agree with you. I know it's mean, but I think it's warranted because he's kind of not doing his job. Like, I do agree with her. If I did pick that one, I think I'm gonna pick the first one. I'm personally gonna pick the first one because I want my options open for when I meet the redhead. Maybe like I'll like the redhead. I don't know. I'm gonna keep my options open. I'm not gonna burn this bridge to then only have to deal with the redhead. Feel me? But yeah, it is really fucking mean. But I get it. She has to be. He's not doing his job. Thank you for thinking of me, Tristian, but I'm well enough. Everything should proceed as planned. Since you avert your gaze, you can't make out the expression on Tristian's face. I feel like Tristian is pulling an older brother. Don't tell me that. No. He can't be an older brother. No. He must be... No. I can't have that. He's pulling... sexual partner. Like, he can't be that. No, he's not family. Oh, the caretaker there. Thank you. I ran out of tea. I'll pop a cough drop in my mouth. Okay. However, the unusually soft tone of his voice proves that he's only thinking of you as a good steward would. As you wish, my lady, everything will proceed as it should. As time passes, you hear the eerie creak of the worn iron gate surrounding the estate's grounds. The sound signals the end of your journey. Descending from the carriage, you clutch your bag tightly. Hidden beneath your handkerchief lies the crimson lily you found at the grave. Wait, you see how like, we just look so good together? You see how like we look good? We're just such a matching pair. We look so nice together. Like, you say this together, you're like, oh, that's a couple. That's a couple. That should be us. We should be getting married. Imagine he's a beta, and that's why we're not getting married. The dark silhouette of Manor. I feel like it's supposed to be of the Manor, or I'm pretty sure it's supposed to have a last name, because like Bly Manor, Winchester Manor, like it's supposed to have I don't have a last name, so it should be like the last name Manor. But The dark silhouette of the manor greets you with all its gloom in the middle of the white landscape. Even though this has disturbed you since childhood, you cannot deny that over the years it has unintentionally bound you to this place. When your fiance expressed his desire to live here after your marriage, enjoying the manor's atmosphere, it was one of the few decisions you made together. Why does he want to live here? Due to its age and size, the manor has never been adequately warm or lit, or well lit. Oh, and it's cold? Yo, where's this? This is a real gothic game. A real goth game. Still, as you step inside, the familiar sense of comfort and security relaxes you, but it's cold. Your maid Daisy, oh, I gotta see this bitch Daisy that's gonna get fired. She's gonna get fired. Hurried over with quick steps to help you out of your thick outerwear. No, we don't get a picture of Daisy. I'm imagining a redhead, freckles, redhead, brown eyes, freckles. Like, I'm imagining just she don't mix well with this place. Like, she is out of place. She looks at you with a warm expression, as if seeking forgiveness for some unspoken guilt. Now, shall I prepare your bath? You decide to set aside the topic of a new maid for now. Yes, please. As you climb the stairs, you overhear Tristine giving her instructions. Make sure the bath is properly heated. Also, bring chamomile tea with honey and lemon. Without a single protest, Daisy bows to him in a manner she's clearly accustomed to, and a flicker of rebellion ignites within you. I know, no, listen, Tristine, I love you, but I gotta be the fucking head honcho here. He gotta go. However, it extinguishes as soon as you step into the corridor at the top of the stairs and head to your room. You are too tired to challenge the established order in the manor. Oh, your fiance's gonna come and ruin everything. It's a fatigue that has been intensifying in recent days, robbing you of restful sleep. It feels as if every step you take tightens invisible chains, weighing you down, forcing you to stop. You try to tell yourself this is just wedding dress. At least you don't have a more reasonable explanation for it. Not yet. The oppressive silence of the manor, filled only with the sound of crackling firewood and distant footsteps, is suddenly interrupted by a creak of a door. Your eyes quickly find your maid, who has appeared at the entrance. The bath is ready, my lady. Thank you, I'm coming. Oh, we have our own bathroom? Oh, I thought they were gonna bring it in. As you step into the bathroom, the stifling heat envelops you. It's much warmer and more humid than usual. Steam rises from the water in the tub, filling the room with a pale glow and fogging the windows at the top of the bathroom. How's the temperature, my lady? You want to ask her to open the window. No, it's cold! But the warmth quickly surrounds you, spreading to every corner of your body. It's fine. I'm glad. The butler mentioned you stayed outside for quite some time. Oh god, my voice. This will do you good. With Daisy's help, you manage to easily slip out of your clothes. Oh no! Okay. In a short time, a pile of fabric forms at your feet, and you can feel the heat directly on your bare skin. Since it's still light outside, I don't think you'll need many candles. Daisy lights a few candles. The fucking piano. I'm sorry. Daisy lights a few candles quickly, then turns to gather the pile of clothes. Would you like me to assist you while you bathe, my lady? Naked and vulnerable, you suppress the chill that rises within you and move toward the tub. No need, Daisy. Thank you. Don't forget to drink your tea. The closing door echoes in the room as Daisy departs. Slowly lowering your body into the warm water, you sink entirely into the tub. I love that I'm still dressed for this. My sprite is still dressed. At that moment, the pleasant and refreshing aroma from the side of the tub catches your attention. Drink my tea. Okay, hold on. We gotta save. Hold on. I feel like there's something wrong with that tea. There's gotta be something wrong with that tea. And it's already hot. You know what I mean? Like, why am I gonna drink tea while I'm... Remember this non-consensual drugging here? I think this is it. I kind of want to see what happens when I drink the tea. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's a bad idea, but I want to know what happens. She's so gonna get drugged. She's so gonna get drugged. Despite the tart taste filling your mouth with the first sip, you keep drinking. You're amazed on how well Tristan seems to know exactly what you need. Soon an odd sense of joy fills your mind. I know it! He drugged us! It feels as if all the invisible chains that weighed you down have snapped one by one. The approaching wedding, the exhaustion of recent days, the wolves howling through the night, the crimson lilies in the cemetery, the snow-white winter, all of it fades into distant memories in your mind. Your entire body is enveloped in sweet lethargy. Sleep closes your eyes with a pleasant whatever. I'm gonna drown! You taste peace. Did I fucking die? When you open your eyes again, you find yourself still in the bathroom. But you can sense something strange even before you see it. At first glance, the only noticeable difference in the is the absence of daylight filtering through the windows above, replaced with shadows cast by the exhausted candles Daisy had lit. You likely dozed off in the tub. The air is so stifling that it's hard to gauge how much time had passed. But you feel the sharp clarity and freshness that comes after an untimely, prolonged rest. What was that? Just as you are about to sit up and leave the tub, your gaze falls onto a dark silhouette at the edge of the tub. I'm looking at this dark silhouette too. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? It doesn't take long to realize the shadow is actually a large face with a wide, toothy grin. Leaning against your tub. Fear courses through your veins, pumping adrenaline into every corner of your body. Thank fucking God it was a fucking dog. My goodness. I was scared. I was like, no, bitch. Not like this. My goodness. Reverberations of the voice against the walls is unsettling, yet oddly, it comforts you. Extending your hand out to the tub, you begin stroking the uninvited guest who had been watching you inappropriately. The creature responds with quick, noisy breaths from its nose, expressing its delight. What are you doing here, Snow? Can I have a picture of the dog? Like, I want the dog at least. Fuck the people. But give me my puppy. Snow is one of the few things you love about winter. A few years ago, during an incredibly harsh winter, you followed faint, pitiful whimpers outside the manor and found Snow buried in a snow-filled pit. Oh my God. On the verge of freezing. My baby. Back then, his wet, sparse fur was barely distinguishable from the snow. Now it has grown thick and glossy. As you run your fingers through his fur, you suddenly realize your hand is wet. You pull your hand back. You're soaking wet, Snow. Have you been rolling around the snow again while I was gone? Bruh, did you not learn the first time? This discovery dampens your mood and you can't help but grumble. How could they let you outside? You can't even count how many times Snow has slipped out to the forest without anyone noticing. If there's one thing you remember clearly, it's warning everyone in the manor about this repeatedly. Despite his silence, Snow's large eyes remain fixed on you. Don't look at me like that, Snow. The wild wolves in the forest could tear you apart. As you move your hand around away from the tub's edge, you notice the trail it leaves behind. Thick red droplets slowly distort the handprint, and you realize that the substance coating Snow's fur isn't melted snow. Your anger quickly gives way to another emotion. Snow, I can't believe this. What happened to you? And an enigmatic expression dominates Snow's shadowed face, devoid of pain. Your gaze instinctively shifts from him to yourself. What's happening? That's when you realize the truth. The marks don't come from Snow. They came from you. My tub is full of blood. The tub you've been sitting in is filled with blood. No! It's not what she sounded like. Again, maybe I'm just too Latina for this. I would not have silent terror. It'd be loud terror. Everyone would know I'm afraid. Everyone would know. They would hear me scream a mile away. Your first scream is filled more with shock than fear. No matter how many times you open and close your eyes, the reality before you doesn't change. This can't be. How could so much blood come from me? You're absolutely certain you don't feel any pain. I'm not injured. You need to get out of the tub immediately. But despite the clarity of your mind, your body refuses to move, frozen like a corpse. And this is the final blow to your control. How? She's screaming. I can't scream. How? Daisy, you better get your bitch ass over here. It's the last fucking straw. If you don't fucking come, you're getting fucking fired. Alright, I'm tired of your bullshit. Daisy, get the fuck in here. Snow's sharp teeth suddenly clamp down on your bare arm, igniting a new wave of pain. What the fuck? No, Snow, stop, please. Instead of pain or burning, you feel only pressure as Snow's powerful jaws tighten around your arm. With shocking strength, oh, that's what he's doing. He's managed to drag you out of the tub. Snow, let me go. If you want to help me go outside and get someone. No matter what you say, you can't stop him. The liquid from the tub spills onto the floor as you're pulled out, and you feel the sticky blood adhering your body to the ground like glue. Screaming, crying, you have no other option. Please, someone come here. Is anyone there? We gotta fire this bitch. She shouldn't have left the fucking door. We gotta fire this bitch. Oh my god. Snow nudges you a few more times with his paw before abandoning his efforts. He circles around you in strange patterns, letting out low, agonizing whines. The stiffness and coldness enveloping your body, the blood-filled tub, your unheard cries, and Snow's pained howls ignite one singular thought in your mind. As if trying to escape this reality, you let out a final desperate cry. Tristan! Your voice cuts off abruptly. You have no means left to call for help. At the same moment, Snow gives up his futile struggle and collapses helplessly on the floor. In the ensuing silence, you see the shadows of the bathtub multiply. I fucking knew drinking that tea was a bad idea. I was like, yo, I'm gonna die. There's absolutely no way that drinking that tea is a good idea. Cold darkness and silence. If it's at the beginning of an eternal sleep, However, everything changes in an instant. The sound of hurried footsteps echoing through the manor fills your ears and your heart, and senses come alive again. As the footsteps rapidly approach, the door suddenly creaks open with a terrifying screech. My lady, it's me. A shadow grows larger before your eyes, obscuring your vision. As you wait in silent anticipation, the softness of a towel wrapping your damp skin reaches you. Immediately after, strong arms lift you effortlessly off the ground. Everything's fine, my lady. I'm here. Don't be afraid. Though it sounds like a command, his words swiftly slip into your mind, silencing the uncontrollable orchestra of fear inside. Suddenly, you feel the weight of the breaths you're taking. As the stiffness of your body quickly dissolves, an involuntary ache spreads through your muscles. A warm shiver runs down your spine from head to toe. What happened here? It's freezing in here. My lady, are you all right? The light from the doorway stings your eyes. Even so, you can make out Daisy standing in the door with a lamp in hand, scanning the room in astonishment. The bathtub. The weak sound escapes your parted lips. Hearing you, Tristan turns his gaze to Daisy. Check the bathtub. You see Daisy hesitantly point her lamp to the tub without fully understanding what's going on. Oh, all the water spilled out of the tub. It's gone cold. I knew it wasn't gonna be blood, but I'm kind of still disappointed that it's not blood. What the fuck is happening? What's happening to this girl? Water. The realization reignites everything you thought had calmed inside. This time, you're sure it wasn't a hallucination. I don't think it was either. No, impossible. Tristan, put me down. Tristan's amber eyes narrow in suspicion. My lady? I said put me down. Do you think Tristan's the bad guy? Do you think he's a bad guy? Oh my god, wait, is he like the bad male lead? No, he can't be! Why is someone that good looking the bad guy? I said put me down. I'll try to tell myself. Let me go! Your impatient outburst draws startled whispers, making you aware of the spectators at the doorway. If hot, why bad? No, like seriously, like come on, why is he the bad guy? Like, oh my god, my fucking Sprite went crazy. I'm literally afraid that he's the bad guy. I'm afraid that what it is that he's trying to control. He's trying to become like the head honcho, right? He's trying to control my manor. He's trying to control my family from the inside, right? Like he can't marry me, but he can control me because I am, you know, she said that she's like very weak. She's very lenient as a boss. And I feel like he's trying to take advantage of that. And I feel like I'm letting him. And I think to continue to make me be weak, he's giving me drugs and dosing me. It's gonna be so sad if that's true. I really like him. I think he's really fucking cute. And this is gonna be so upsetting. I do not like the redhead. If everyone in the manor could hear you, why did it take them so long to arrive? Exactly! That's why I think I think he's doing something. I think he's the bad guy. Deciding to leave the question for later, you focus on the moment. Tristan, finally. Hiroshima is the exception. It's true. No, it is true. I don't think I've met a redhead male lead that wasn't a fucking crazy person. Ugh. Me so upset. Tristan finally complies, slowly setting you down from his arms. They always have anger issues. And they're always like childish. You know what I mean? Like I get being like immature or like, you know, kind of youthful, but like they're like childish. So it's just so annoying. And they can never like let a mask down. Tsunderes, no, fucking seriously. Like the one that comes to mind, personally, the one that comes to mind, I dropped reading this manhwa a long time ago because I noticed that it really wasn't going anywhere. So I just dropped it. And I ended up looking up something about like where they are now. And everyone basically agrees. Thank God we all dropped this fucking manhwa because it's really going nowhere. But in that manhwa too, they have a redhead and he is basically like that same archetype. He has fucking anger issues. He's extremely fucking immature. He's fucking childish. He never lets his mask down. So even with like the female lead, the person that he's actively pursuing and actively wants, he is just putting on a performance. So you never really know who he really is. It's really fucking annoying. It's like, how am I gonna like sit here for this romance? Like if you are just like a dick, like just be a dick to her. You know what I mean? Like just be yourself. It's really annoying to have like this fucking like, you know, caricature, this fucking act keep going. It's just so fucking annoying and needy. Like I fucking hate him. So and it's the first person I think about whenever I'm like, oh, fucking redheads that I fucking hate. Like he's the first one I think about. I hope everyone can hear me. I feel like I am sometimes speaking very, very low, but I don't know if I can go any higher. You know what I mean? I hope I'm audible at least to everybody. You take timid steps toward the bathtub, determined. Handing you the lamp, Daisy murmurs hesitantly, "What's the matter, my lady? Did you see a mouse?" Ignoring her, you firmly direct the lamp's light to the bathtub. And even before you do, the faint glimmer reflecting from the floor proves that only water has spilled from the tub. Looking inside confirms the same. The blood that had filled the tub just moments ago, not even a trace remains. So everything that just happened was nothing more than another, no matter how vivid and terrifying it felt, you refused to believe it. Tristan's calm but stern voice breaks the silence. Did I assign anyone a task that requires standing idly at the door? Am I mistaken? The shadows at the doorway quickly scatter as his tone softens slightly, directed at you. You must have had a nightmare, my lady. I think you're right. Please don't be upset. It must have been caused by a sudden change in temperature. Despite the dim light, you can discern the hardened lines on Tristan's face. Luckily, they aren't aimed at you. Why is he huffing your hair? Now I'm getting the ick, sir. He's doing the broke boy pose. You know, have it ever happened to you? It happened to me. The broke boy pose, and the boyfriend is like behind the girl, holding her at her stomach when she's paying for something. Yeah, broke boy back hug. Oh my god. How could you leave my lady alone in the tub for so long? No, like fucking seriously, why the fuck were you not outside, bitch? Not even when bitches are like, oh, you're dismissed. They're dismissed to stand outside the fucking door. Why the fuck were you not at the fucking door? Wait, who? How the fuck did you get this job, bitch? How the fuck did you get this job? What did you sell? Whose dick did you suck? What happened? Like, what the fuck? How the fuck are you here? Like, you're a bad fucking maid. You weren't even aware the fire had gone out. Under Tristan's icy gaze, the poor servant's face turned crimson. You just what, bitch? Fucking jackass. Never leave my lady alone under any circumstances. Or you'll need to find yourself a new place to work. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you figure out a fucking conversation at the car ride? She looks like she's gonna have to fucking find a place to work. I'm fucking firing her. You think that I'm gonna let this bitch slide? Absolutely not. This is the second time this bitch was not fucking there. She fucking did not know her place and not fucking do her job. Bitch, I'm getting fucking rid of her. Did you forget our fucking conversation? This bitch is fired. It's only a courtesy that I let her one more fucking chance and she immediately failed. What are you still waiting for? Take her to her room immediately. Help her dry off and get dressed and make sure she doesn't get hurt. And she hasn't been hurt. What about the dog bite? Was that real? Is my dog still here? He's right here. The shadow's right here. Not wanting to stay a moment longer in this unsettling place, you hurry to leave. Just as you are about to step out of the room, one of the shadows in the corner moves and lunges at you. You stare at your dog in disbelief, wondering how it managed to stay still and silent in the bathroom until now. Daisy, afraid of upsetting Tristan further, tries to pull Snow away from you. Now's not the time, Snow. Get away immediately. It never listens. Bad dog. Maybe because you fucking suck. Don't fucking talk to my dog like that. Wait, Daisy. Grabbing a nearby towel, you crouch down to Snow under Daisy's astonished gaze and start drying its fur. Did Snow go outside while I was away? The question catches Daisy off guard. No, my lady. He's smelling my hair again. As Tristan approaches, you see her lower her head anxiously, unable to say more. You're certain she's hiding something. Oh, fuck. Oh, definitely she fucking is. Still, you don't want to interrogate her in front of Tristan and prolong the tension of the evening. But just then, you notice a dark stain on the towel in your hand. With a momentary hallucination, you lift your gaze to Tristan. His expression, oddly enough, reassures you. At least this time, you're sure it wasn't your imagination. Not now. Snow starts panting excitedly again, looking at you intently, as if trying to tell you something. Yet despite the insistence of his large, bright eyes, he cannot convey his message. Tristan's shadow leans over him, shrouding him in darkness. Don't worry, my lady. It seems Snow isn't injured. This blood must have come from somewhere else. So there was blood. Your brows furrow as he turns his gaze to Daisy. I've told you countless times not to give him bloody raw meat, haven't I? You know it's one of Tristan's rules to tame Snow, who already looks wilder than an ordinary dog. Leave Snow be! Let him be free! Though you believe there isn't an ounce of savagery in Snow. Hi, Stinkies. Hi, Devil. Welcome. Just for warning, I'm sick, so I'm not as animated as usual. If you hear there's something in my mouth, I'm having cough drops, so yeah, it's obscuring my speech a little bit. God, I hate children. It's just fucking children. Why the fuck are they such disgusting creatures and get me sick so badly? I hate them. It's my little sister all the time, and she's like, you know, you're saying you hate me, right? And I'm looking at her, I'm like, yes. When you get me sick, I don't like you. All right. Well, though you believe there isn't an ounce of savagery in Snow, you've never opposed Tristan on this matter, especially since he's always claimed Snow is unsuitable for life. It must have been the kitchen staff who gave it to him. I don't know anything. Truly, my lady, don't look at me, bitch! Daisy's pleading gaze is hard to ignore. Oh! I was putting him down. Oh, okay, hold on. Do I want to put Tristan in his fucking place? I kind of do. I kind of want to be like, bitch, this is your fucking fault. Why did no one? I was crying. I was screaming for bitches to come help me, and no one fucking helped me. Fuck all of y'all. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I want to see it too. Hold on, we gotta save though. Hold on. Ship? What the fuck does ship mean? As a butler, it's your duty to know everything that happens in this matter, Tristan. Tristan pauses for a moment, then withdraws respectfully. Please forgive my incompetence, my lady. That's right, bitch. You can rest assured that such confusion will never happen in the manor again. It better not. And I want this bitch fucking fired. As you retreat to your bed, Daisy carefully dries and dresses you, but your thoughts remain a tangled mess. The abruptness is crazy. You can barely follow her words as she continues, her gaze filled with gratitude and never leaving you. Believe me, my lady, I came as soon as I heard your voice. I just wanted to tidy up your belongings while you were bathing. I noticed one of your perfumes was almost empty, so I went downstairs and sent a servant to order a new one. You know the wedding is approaching and everything must be perfect. Daisy gently rubs ointment over the few bruises on your back and legs caused by the fall on the bathroom's hard floor. As if the strong bite Snow left in your arm. As for the strong bite Snow left in your arm, there isn't a single mark. So he didn't bite you? So that was a hallucination. Listen, that has to be, right? Because, like, if it all happened, like, let's say if it was like a trick of the light, blah, 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 like people were trying to, like, mess with her. Like, the blood in the water, there could be like a way of making the water look like blood. There could be a way of doing a whole bunch of things. But the dog, like, there's no way that you can account for the dog. You know what I mean? The dog biting her arm and dragging her out. There's absolutely no way that didn't leave a mark. So if there's no mark on your arm, then he didn't do that. He didn't actually drag you out. It might have been a hallucination after all. You could have guessed Snow wouldn't do such a thing. Now peacefully curled up and sleeping near the roaring fireplace. Catching your gaze on the dog, Daisy immediately speaks up. I had nothing to do with that bloody meal, my lady. Bloody meal? I mean the blood on Snow. Maybe he slipped outside and caught a rabbit or something. I'd never go against Tristan's, or rather your orders. I see the slip of the fucking tongue, bitch. Guys, I really think that Tristan's a bad guy. He's trying to, like, take over my fucking my family's name. I fucking see it. Damn. And I really liked him. You know, at least in this matter, she isn't lying, or more precisely, can't lie. Thank you, Daisy. Since Daisy is taking these marks more seriously than usual due to the approaching wedding, you wait for her to finish her work so you can be alone. Afterward, you try to process everything that happened during the day. After all, you need to make a decision eventually. First, the bloodstained lilies in the cemetery. Then, the blood-filled bathtub. They're quite different from the hallucinations you've experienced before. That's why finding a solution doesn't seem as easy as you hoped. If the crimson lily in the cemetery was really dragged from another grave and Snow just stole raw meat from the kitchen. Oh, what am I even thinking? Of course it must be what happened. You try to push these nonsensical thoughts aside and focus on the upcoming wedding and the details demanding your attention. before long, sleep overtakes you. Who is this? In the middle of the night, you slip out from beneath your heavy blankets, unsure of what woke you. You approach the window beside your bed and peer outside. The dark forest, starting where the high garden walls end, is cloaked. Oh my god, I can't speak. It's cloaked in an eerie stillness and silence outside. And silence tonight. None of the wolf howls that filled the recent nights reach your ears now. Tristan went out and killed them all. That's what happened. Stepping out from the window, your gaze returns to your room. Warm and brightly lit by the crackling fireplace. Daisy, insentient on not leaving you alone, sleeps peacefully on the chair by the fireplace, her head resting against the back. What's this game about? So this game, it is called The Winter Wedding. It is technically an Omegaverse game. I want to figure out when we're gonna get to that part, right? I want to know when I'm gonna go into heat, when someone's gonna start running. I need to know these things. This haven't happened yet. I'm waiting for the other boy to come in, but there is a wedding happening. My wedding, actually. Everyone's excited but me. I have 10 days until that wedding, and I must survive until we get to that wedding. And as you can tell, I'm mentally not having a good time right now. Things are happening. I don't know what is actually happening exactly, but things are happening, and I need to just make it to the fucking wedding and marry the redhead boy. That's what I gotta do, and everything is stopping me. I actually already played like a specific route, and it's so quickly. I wanted to investigate something. I fucking found a hole, bitch. Bitches, I found a hole. I think I broke my leg or something. I delayed the wedding. Like, it was ending one. I delayed the wedding. She's like, oh, thank God. It's like, oh, thank God I delayed that fucking wedding, but goddamn, my leg fucking hurts. But yeah, according to like the things, according to what's it called, the game info and stuff, there's supposed to be like obviously Omegaverse stuff, like Mpreg. I'm guessing if you play as a boy, you have an option to play as a boy. I just played as a girl because I thought the wedding dress was pretty. Mpreg, what was the other one? I think my brain just immediately focused on Mpreg. But yes, so there's a wedding in now 9 days. 9 days is gonna be a wedding. My wedding. I'm not happy about it, but we gotta make it to then, and everything is stopping me. Everything in this game is stopping me from getting to that wedding, especially my own mind, which I feel like is actually really happening. But no one believes me, so a very interesting aspect. This is a demo, and it's the same people that made that other game, How to Break Up with Your Yandere Boyfriend. I really like that game, and I like how they tell stories, so I'm anticipating liking this one. I do like it so far. I'm waiting to meet the other boy so I can make my full decisions. But yeah, excited. Okay, she's just sleeping. Snow curled up at her feet shares the same tranquility. Despite the nightmare you experience in the bathroom, you desperately need the peaceful sleep you found there. You start thinking of something that could help you achieve it. You consider what might work, what might help you, and thought of the chamomile tea as your best option. At least for now, hot bath is out of the question. Not wanting to disturb Daisy's sleep, wake the bitch up! You decide to head to the kitchen. Fuck that bitch, wake her up. Oh, wait, someone there is bound to be awake preparing for the day ahead. As work in the kitchen starts earlier than the rest of the man. Wrapping yourself in your robe, you slip quietly into the hallway. The oppressive atmosphere of the manor combined with the chill and silence of the night, feels overwhelming. You quicken your pace as you descend the stairs and head towards the kitchen. But despite the lit lamps, and the boiling pot of the stove, the kitchen is empty. Your steps almost instinctively led you to the other side of the kitchen, to the open door leading to the corridor where the storage rooms are located. I'm gonna hear something, right? I'm gonna hear something. In the dark hallway, you easily spot the only door ajar. Light spilling through its gaps. Okay, I need you to walk slowly, and there's someone people are talking. I just know it. I need you to hear. I need to hear what they're saying. This is of dire importance to me. I need to hear what they're fucking saying. However, the sound coming from inside. Moans? People are fucking in the fucking. People are having sex in my storage cabinet. Storage rooms. Means that moans perhaps warn you against approaching. No, I gotta know. I'm sorry. I just revealed that I would be peeping on you bitches having sex because I gotta know. I bet it's Tristan. I bet it's Tristan too. We gotta see so we can be insulted and upset and leave. The only thing you are certain of is that Tristan is in there. So we know he's a man whore. You bitches. That's hella rude. I'm not allowed to fucking approach. That's a hella rude. I'm not allowed to. That's hella fucking rude. I'm actually really upset that I'm not allowed to approach. What the fuck do you mean? Fucking the staff? What is it between his job? Wow. Immediately after I gave that theory that Tristan is trying to trying to like control our manor and take over my family name, immediately Jenna's turned on him. I've never seen this hard of a pivot in a long time. Oh my goodness. I'm actually mad I can't what do you mean I can't fucking approach him? Okay, hold on. This is actually I'm actually really upset. Hold on. No. This will not stand. I don't care. Tristan hesitates briefly before stepping back and brush. Of course, forgive me for keeping you waiting, my lady. Okay, cool. Oh, ship? Oh, let's skip. Yeah, skip all this. Perfect! We had to be nice to him to approach. All right, fuck that. I gotta see. There's absolutely no way I'm allowing myself to not get this. I tell you how much of a chismosa I am. I was like, go back. I gotta get in the fucking room. Okay, cool. Now we can save. Because my bitch ass is definitely gonna go and see what's in that fucking room. Oh my god, who do you think it's with? It's not Daisy. Daisy's with me. So who do you think it's with? I think it's with the cook? Oh my god, I think it's the cook. I'm gonna say it's the cook. You've never been one to intrude into the private lives of your staff. Bitch, I would intrude because I want to know. It's my fucking house. But when it comes to Tristan, curiosity and another emotion you can't quite place quickly takes hold of you. Even though you know it's wrong, you can't help yourself. You approach the brightly lit room as quietly as possible and steal a glance through the slightly open door. Can I get a CG? Someone's giving him a blowjob? Oh my god! Wait! Someone's running behind me. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Tristan stands in the center of the room, directly in the path of the light. What the fuck is happening? Orgy, I know. However, instead of his usual impeccable posture, his body leans towards a man kneeling on the floor. A servant, most likely. Wait. Wait. Hold on. I'm not understanding this correct. Hold on. Instead of his usual impeccable posture, He's leaning. Okay. You notice the white gloved fingers gripping a whip tightly. Bitch! Are you starting to regret your disobedience? Wait, is this an orgy? Wait, hold on. Is this gotta be? It will only. If it's not an orgy, then it's bad things that are happening. And I don't want to see the bad. I don't want bad things to be happening to my staff. So what the fuck are you doing? I want a consensual orgy. Thank you. That's what I signed up for. Or do you need a harsher punishment? You notice the servant's clothes are disheveled and his face is clearly bruised. For a moment, you forget to breathe. The servant is sobbing, pleading in a way that sounds almost like a groan. Oh my god, it's not an orgy. No way! I did not want to see abuse! My staff being abused. I wanted a... Yes, I would have rather have walked into a consensual orgy. And not my staff being abused. I regret it. I deeply regret it. I'll never do it again. Never, ever. Please forgive me. Tristan straightens up and begins pacing impatiently around the servant. And you manage to make out the silhouettes of other observers on the other side of the dimly lit room. They remain silent. Their oh god, trembling breaths. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I like did mini burps. I don't think you heard them, but I felt them. Their trembling breaths, the only sound as they try to stay out of Tristan's way. I know your kind well. You don't deserve even the slightest bit of mercy. What is happening? Tristan suddenly pauses, shifting his gaze from the servant on the floor to scan the room. I'm having flashbacks to the YN meme of rich CEO. Don't touch it. No, stop. Stop. That is what's happening. No. His gaze from the servant's in the room, a cold, chilling smile spread across his face, one you've never seen before. Disciplining you requires great patience and punishment. Luckily for you, I have plenty of both. As he finishes speaking, his yellow eyes turn in your direction. Fuck, we got caught. For a moment, it feels as though his gaze meets yours. In a panic, you step back from the door and retreat a few paces. Your mind races, torn between running away and staying put, but Tristan's authoritative voice reaches your ears once more. But tonight is not the night. Your heart pounds with an odd tension as you make a quick decision and hurry back to the kitchen. Oh my god, bitch, me and you, bitch, we're on the same fucking spot. What the fuck happened? I thought it was gonna be sex. I thought it was gonna be sexy. I did not think it was gonna be abuse. I did not sign up for this. I signed up for Omegaverse nonsense, not abuse of my staff. What in the world is going on? You remind yourself that disciplining the staff is part of Tristan's duty as... Oh no, I talked so much my cough drop fell. That's so nasty. You remind yourself that disciplining the staff is part of Tristan's duty as the butler of the manor. Yet there is something in his demeanor, aggressive, ruthless, savage even, that you've never seen in all the 5 years you've known him. Now you no longer question why Daisy is so afraid of him and shows him such respect, or why she insists on staying with you tonight. Oh my god, if she was out of there, if she was in her room, he would have been like, bitch, get the fuck up. We're going in this fucking, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you in front of everybody. Oh my god. You know what, Daisy, you should still be fired if you're not doing your job, but I think it'd be a benefit for you, because why the fuck would you want to work here? Daisy, I'll give you recommendations to work anywhere fucking else. You need to get the fuck out of here. Your maid, now asleep in the warmth of your room, oblivious to everything, is doing the best she can. You feel like you should ignore everything too. At least for now. Heading towards the stairs to return to your room, the sound of footsteps behind you hastes you in your tracks. Run, bitch, run! My lady, is something the matter? Oh my god! What are you gonna say? Because you're going up, you're not coming down. So what are you gonna say? What lie can I conceivably cock up like bring out right now? Fuck, if I was going down, I'm like, oh my god, I was gonna go get tea. But okay, so I think you could say, oh fuck, I don't even know. I can't even think of a lie. I think I could think of a really bad lie. It just would never work. I could say, I went to go get tea, but then I left my cup in my room, so I wanted to go get it. I was going back to go get it. How do we think about this, by the way? Do we like him still? I have so many questions about him that I feel like he's on. I don't know. He's still in the maybe pile because he was like a dead. He was a hard yes, but now I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I like this anymore. His composed demeanor starkly contrasts with the unsettling scene you just witnessed, and you swallowed nervously. I just wanted some chamomile tea to help me sleep, but I couldn't find anyone in the kitchen. You wonder if he realizes you are watching him. His face betrays nothing. Fuck you and your fucking good ass lying. My goodness. Leaving your efforts to read him futile. My lady, for such matters, simply ring the bell in your room. There's no need for you to trouble yourself coming all this way. Allow me to prepare your tea and bring it to your room. No, thank you. 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 I don't need tea. No, thank you. No, thank you. Very well. Don't you dare drink it, bitch. When you return to your room, everything is just as you left it. Daisy and Snow continues to sleep undisturbed. Unable to contain your restlessness, you sit at the edge of your bed. You try to distract yourself by reading a few lines from a book on your nightstand, hoping to erase the scene of the kitchen pantry from your mind, but it's no use. Your thoughts fixate on one undeniable truth. Christine is not the person you thought you've known for the past 5 years. Just then, that was not a soft knock. A soft knock at the door startles you. Still, you respond in a calm voice. Come in. Christian enters with a carefully arranged tray and closes the door behind him. His brows furrow momentarily as he glances at Daisy, his expression hardening in a way that would surely frighten her if she were awake. But as he approaches you, that harshness fades. You sense something different. His usual cold, serious demeanor softens ever so slightly. I don't believe him! I don't know. I don't know. What about you? What do you bitches think? I don't believe him. I think he's a liar. And he's a lying liar who lies. I think I don't know. I don't believe him. I don't trust him. Your tea, my lady. As you reach for the steaming cup, he moves first, causing you to flinch involuntarily. If you allow me, I'll cool it for you so you don't burn yourself. Of course. Tristan brings the cup to his lips. That's how germs are spread, sir. You think I got sick? Blowing gently to disperse the steam. You can't stop your gaze from drifting to his mouth. Bitch, I need you to lock in. Stop being horny. Lock in. Oh, my hand itches. His lips, rough, firm, yeah, oddly alluring, capture your attention. Listen, girly. It's ready, my lady. Snapping yourself out of your foolish thoughts, you take the cup from him and sip the tea. It's sweeter than the one you had in the bathroom, though you don't mind. You focus all your attention on the warm tea in your hands, trying to ignore the imposing figure sitting before you. It's not easy. If the tea doesn't help, I can suggest other methods to ease your sleepiness. Startled, you meet his gaze. What sort of methods? What sort of methods, sir? What are you talking about? To get me to be asleep, there's people, there's a person here. And my dog. People are here. People are present, sir. Please, have some decorum. A slow, unfamiliar smile spreads across his face. Don't be horny now. I think it's best to discuss that after you finish your tea, my lady. A warm shiver courses through you as you take another sip, his intense, deliberate gaze never leaving you. You try not to act hastily, not wanting to reveal how curious you are about the other method. I'm curious because I'm a nosy bitch, but like, excuse you. Finally, you place the empty cup back on the tray. What are these other methods? We got CG. Instead of answering, Tristan leans closer, making your heart race uncontrollably. Before you know it, his face and his unnaturally bright eyes are just inches from yours. You can feel the warmth of his breath on your skin. There's only a slight distance left for his lips to touch yours, but Tristan doesn't close that gap. He maintains the distance, his voice deeper than usual, brushing against your ears. With your permission, he runs his gloved thumb across your bottom lip, wiping away the wetness you hadn't noticed until now. His deliberate, gentle touch carries no apparent malice. Still, you can feel your face burning and a heat pooling low in your stomach. Girly! Whatever you're feeling, it's wrong. It is! You're engaged is not what I'm thinking about. I don't care about that man. Fuck that man. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about what I just saw 5 minutes ago. You're gonna be married soon. Tristan, as if aware of the whirlwind of emotions you're feeling, removes his hand from your face and whispers softly before standing up. I could read to you until you fall asleep, my lady. That is not what you were thinking. That is not what you were thinking. Don't you fucking lie to me. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Man, his hand is, he got yaoi hands. He got yaoi hands. What is it, a semi, right? No, what is it? Oh fuck, what's the big one called? I think a semi is the big one, the one at the top. He's got semi hands. It's crazy. His hands are bigger than my face. You try to hide your disappointment and avert your gaze. Thank you, Tristan. I think the tea will be more than enough. Tristan gives a slight nod and heads towards the door to leave. But as he reaches the door, he pauses for a moment and looks back at you one last time. Always at your service, my lady. In more ways than one. I can read between lines. I know what you're saying. Whatever and whenever you need. I'm not the only one who's reading these innuendos, right? Like, everyone sees them, right? I'm not the only one. I'm not just dirty-minded. It's like very blatant and out in the open. Wow, I survived the day, guys. That was a feat because I didn't do it last time. I got 9 days left. A new day. No matter how long you sleep, you wake up at the same time every morning without expectation, without exception, and have your breakfast. After all, the rules of this house are so deeply rooted and unshakable that they control even you, the master of the estate. Still, that does not change the fact that you need them. You have no idea how things would function without them. When you leave the dining room and take your place at your writing desk, the letters you need to respond to are already waiting for you. In the winter months, the estate and its lands are wrapped in an ever deeper silence under the weight of snow. No sound of the heavy door knocker announcing a visitor, no distant rumble of carriage wheels passing by. The only connection you have to the outside world is these letters. During this season, they are usually so few that reading them every couple of days and delivering the necessary replies to Tristan before noon is a simple and routine responsibility. With the ornate letter opener passed down from your father, you slice through the envelopes and glance through their contents with the ease of habit, without much thought. Catalogs from the boutiques in town. You are certain your wardrobe has undergone enough changes due to the wedding. Hunting invitations from nearby estates. You never found fox hunting in the cold to be an enjoyable activity. A note from maternal, a note from a maternal relative offering their regrets for being unable to attend the wedding and sending well wishes. This serves as the final confirmation that none of your maternal relatives, those not too distant to have received invitations, will be present at the ceremony. What about your father's family? Oh my god, literally no one's coming? Given the distance, their reluctance to undertake such a journey in winter is understandable. But that's fucking crazy. Wow, no one gives a fuck. Yeah, no, that's absolutely insane. First of all, you're marrying an alpha. Like, I feel like that would be like, yeah, we all have to go. Like, guys, we all have to go. Not that it makes much of a difference to you. You merely fulfilled your duty as expected. A brief update from your lawyer awaiting your instructions regarding a few minor issues related to properties that you can easily leave to Tristian. You saying Tristan? And a dinner invitation dated today at from the Red Heart Manor. The Red Heart Manor belongs to your closest relative. Oh my god, wrong word. The Red Heart Manor belongs to your closest neighbors, your fiance and his family. Oh my god, we get to finally meet them! Yay! I was like, where is this redhead bitch? Where is he? Can't even spice things up a little bit. Because now that I believe my little theory that our butler is bad, I want to see what the redhead boy has to bring. For the past few months, you have politely declined every invitation you receive, citing poor health due to the season. Bitch, I need you to go! For a moment, you consider doing the same with this one. No, go! Please, I'm begging, go! After all, the letter states that it is merely a small, intimate dinner. Ink spills from the tip of your pen onto the paper, forming a series of well-rehearsed words, apologies, and another refusal. No! Just as you are about to finish your letter, you hear a knock at the door and lift your head. Come in. Contrary to your expectations, it was not the butler who enters, but your maid carrying a silver tray, followed by Snow, who dashes into the room. I brought you tea and some refreshments, my lady. You try to recall when you made such a request. Yet as you attempt to remember, even the moment before grows hazy in your mind, you forget why you were writing the letter in front of you in the first place. Seeing the bewilderment on your face, Daisy's brows lift in alarm. The last time you said a single plate of refreshments would be enough as long as there weren't no guests. Or at least I thought that's what you said, my lady. If you prefer, I can ask them to prepare the large serving tray right away. Your dog, after allowing himself to be petted for a while and devoured the biscuit Daisy accidentally dropped on the floor, quickly moves away from you and heads to the burning fireplace. You shake yourself, as if rousing from sleep. The letters, petting your dog, Daisy's arrival with the tray. It all emerges in your mind as nothing more than links of a chain of routine, a cycle that repeats without the need of any request. No, Daisy, thank you for doing exactly as I asked. But what about the moment of forgetfulness? It feels as though the exhaustion in your body is seeping into your mind. You push the thought aside and return to your letters without delay. Go see your fiance! I want to see him! As Daisy, relieved from her earlier nervousness, sets the tray down on the table, her eyes catch one of the open envelopes. Her enthusiastic voice slices through the quiet ambiance of the small study like a blade. I didn't know you were writing to Lord Oscar. My lady, please forgive me for intruding. I know you should go to him. Unfortunately, the words you've penned lack the romance and passion she'd likely imagined. You were well aware of how. Oh, okay. You were okay. So our girly is a beta. Okay, you are well aware of how betas romanticize Omega and Alpha marriages, envisioning them as bonds of perfect compatibility, intense attraction, and unwavering devotion. Yet in reality, those unions forged for power and status require no such conditions. Still, in this moment, you realize something important about Oscar's letter, something that nearly escaped your notice. The problem lies in the handwriting. Dinner invitation was not written or signed by your fiance, by someone else, merely posing as him. Oscar's action is either a gross act of negligence or a blatant display of disrespect, or perhaps both. Taking the letter you wrote to your fiancé in hand, you rise from your chair and approach the fireplace. Just before you let the letter slip just before you let the letter slip into the rising flames, you turn to Daisy. Could you summon Tristian for me? Of course, my lady. As you watch the letter ignite with a sharp hiss and crumble into ash, your thoughts begin to crowd your mind, filling the silence Daisy leaves behind as she departs. You are well aware that communication between you and Oscar has dwindled as the wedding approaches, but you are unsure which of you is more at fault for that. Before the wedding decision was announced to you, the familiarity of being neighbors with Oscar, along with the social ties of belonging to the same circle, should have naturally fostered a smooth, effortless bond between you. At least that's what your guardians had told you. Yet now you can feel that bond stretched thin, on the verge of snapping at any moment. And if it does, you have no idea what awaits you on the other side. The only certainty is that your guardians and your place in society would not approve, and that you must attend his dinner tonight. Thank God. I need to see that man. A firm, commanding knock echoes through the small salon, drawing your attention toward the entrance. There, you see Tristan. You cannot stop the heat from rising to your cheeks, bitch. Lock in. No, stop it. Don't show him that we are affected. No, never, 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 never let him know. Independent of the warmth of the fire, as last night's events surface in your mind, bitch, no. The Tristan you have known for 5 years, a man of steady reason and restraint, had revealed a side both unsettling and inviting. It was a disorienting contrast. Thankfully, you managed to quell the feeling before he approaches. As Tristan bows before you with his usual precision, you notice his gaze lingering on you with more scrutiny than usual, as though he is reassuring whether you are still under the influence of yesterday's hallucinations. To be fair, you cannot say for certain yourself. You summoned me, my lady. I am at your service. I hope you are feeling better today than you did yesterday. You respond in a steady voice, motioning toward the writing desk. I am Tristan. Thank you. The letters are ready for delivery. You may take them from the desk. I hate life. Oh my goodness. Before I respond to the lawyer, I wanted to hear your thoughts. You catch the way Tristan's golden eyes narrow slightly. Realizing that this will be no different from any of your usual conversations, his gaze shifts swiftly from you to the desk as he moves towards it, prepared to carry out your request. Yet before leaning over the scattered envelopes and letters, he hesitates. You have known that the daisy has already informed him of what transpired. The letter from your fiance, your response, and the fact that you burned it. The lawyer's letter is in the corner. Tristan bows his head, shreds his pretended hesitation in approaching your desk filled with personal correspondence, encouraged by this implicit approval. Still, for a fleeting moment, his eyes drift elsewhere, somewhere over other than the lawyer's letter. But the moment passes quickly. The issues in the letter seem to be more serious than stated, my lady. If I may offer my humble opinion, it would be wise to send a trusted person to assist the situation before granting the lawyer the approval he seeks. His ever-calm voice makes it easy to trust him without question. After all, in 5 years, you have never encountered a reason not to. Not even last night changed the fact that he remains a reliable butler. I don't know. That fucking abuse. The abuse circle. What's it called? The final solution? No, not the final. What's it called? Oh my god, it's like the thing I'm thinking about is in those schools, those camps, well, it's mainly schools for to quote unquote discipline rowdy children. It's like oh my god, there's like a name for it. It's like a name, but like those institutions that they basically like parents sign up for people to kidnap their children, take them to like these quote unquote schools where they can teach them to be to stop being fucking rowdy, stop being to be more disciplined, to be more obedient, blah blah blah, right? That happens to Paris Hilton, happened to like a lot of people. People died from it, but one of them was like so infamous because they were so bad, like they were terrible. And one of their many things that they did was they basically had you be there was a circle, you were in the middle of the circle, and if someone would come and try to beat you up, you had to beat that person up. And when you beat that person up, someone else comes and you have to beat them up, and it goes around and around and around. I forgot what it's called. It's called like the final stand or final correction, final something. I think there's actually a Netflix documentary. Let me see if I can actually look it up. Hold on. Let me go to Netflix. I know it was like, it popped up for me too, because it was just like, not reality TV, hold on. It's bothering me that I need to know. I just watched a thriller cult show centered around the juvenile correction schools where they kidnap you. Okay, yeah. That's it. Those basics, yeah. There was one that was like really bad, and like they made a Netflix doc about it, but I can't remember what it's called. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's bothering me that I don't remember what it's called. But like they were talking about, oh, The Program. There you go. It's the Academy at Ivy Ridge. That's what it's called, Ivy Ridge. And I forgot it. Their thing was called The Program, and they would the documentary is also called The Program, and they would probably what you watched. And yeah, so that one thing they would do was like, you know, it's like, it's crazy. Like it's actually like really bad. And the thing is, it's called the Troubled Kid Pipeline. That's what it's called, because there is more things. It's not even just this that cause these troubled kids to happen. But like the worst of it, like the final thing is like these schools where they all will end up dead. Not all of them, but a lot of them will end up dead. Terrible fucking places. Wild that a parent's like, yes, of course, I'll send a paper you to come in and kidnap my child. I found weed in their bag. Of course, go kidnap them and beat them up. That'll teach them to not do weed ever again. They'll do crack next time. My God. Not even last night. I don't know. I don't know about that. He seems like a questionable butler. Like questionable, very questionable. Though his methods were surprising. They're crazy, bitch. What? Are you glossing this over because he's pretty? His methods were crazy. You may handle it as you see fit, Tristan, but I believe it must be done swiftly. I will go to town this afternoon and take care of the necessary correspondence, my lady. There is no need for concern. I will also speak with a few hunters in the village regarding the wolf problem in the forest. And I have already given the kitchen staff proper instructions regarding your dog's diet. I do not believe we'll encounter that issue again. If there is anything else you require, my lady, you need only say the word. In the silence that follows, the soft, rhythmic breathing of Snow dozing by the fire fills the room. It is clear that with all these tasks, Tristan will not be able to accompany you to Red Heart Manor tonight. Though you are not accustomed to traveling alone, the mutual dissatisfaction between your fiance and your butler makes Tristan's absence the more appropriate choice for this. Wait. Are you telling me that your fiance and Tristan don't like each other? Why? Wait. No, wait. They don't like each other? That's insane. There's only one story that I'm reading currently. It's on hiatus right now. I'm waiting for it to come back. Where like the prince was actually fucking like threatened by her knight. Like he actively like did all these petty things. He's just a child. He like bumped into his shoulder and he was just like, know your place. And I was like, yeah, under her, bitch. My God. Don't tell me your fiance is just like that. He's just like, oh my God, I'm so threatened by this man that works for you. After a brief hesitation, you make your decision. Have the coachman prepare. Have the coachman prepare for the evening, Tristan. I'll be attending dinner at Red Park Manor. For a fleeting moment, something like surprise flashes through Tristan's golden eyes. An expression you are not used to seeing from him. Ooh. Is this jealousy? Are you jealous? Yet his voice remains composed, unwavering. Forgive me, my lady. Did you mean this evening? I did. Please see to your task. I will go alone. You know that Tristan cannot press the matter outright. And so he takes another approach. Wow. Okay. My lady, forgive me for my impertinence, but with the recent heavy snowfall, I have concerns about whether the road at Red Park Manor is passable for a carriage. Don't worry, I'm gonna employ the... What's her name? I'm gonna do the Lady Bennett approach, which is go in an unreasonable time with unreasonable conditions, so I'm forced to stay there the night. And I have more time with my husband, with my fiance. Had there been more time, I would have sent someone ahead to inspect it. In this weather, there is a high risk of your carriage getting stuck in the snow, or God forbid, an accident occurring. His words unsettle you. The thought of the carriage wheels sinking into an unseen ditch, you know, like how I walked into an unseen ditch, of the axles breaking, of the horses panicking and injuring themselves. For someone who does not enjoy travel to begin with, these are not mere inconveniences. They are a nightmare, especially given your recent exhaustion and the hallucinations. But the dinner is important. You must see your fiance soon before the impression that you have neglected him takes root. Hold on. I trust you will find a suitable solution, difficult as it may be, Tristan. I know you'll find a solution, because I'm gonna do it. Or should I say, or you should just say I write go on horseback instead. I trust that you'll find a suitable solution, difficult as it may be, Tristan. If it weren't for this obligation, I would never ask this of you. Though his gaze remained cold, pressing the irrationality of your decision, his voice takes a softer tone when he speaks again. You are too modest, my lady. If there is anyone who may ask anything of me, it is you. I believe it would be best for a rider to accompany the carriage, ensuring the coachman is informed of the road conditions in advance to keep watch over you. This would make it easier to send for help or to turn back should anything go amiss. Additionally, I will ensure that provisions, blankets, and anything else necessary for your comfort during that journey are prepared. I am certain you will reach Red Park Manor without issue. Okay. His words instill enough confidence for you to commit to the journey, even if his expression suggests otherwise. Lately, you have not only lost trust in others, but in yourself. Perhaps this trip will help you reclaim some of it. Or at least you wish to believe so. During that day, though Tristan is no longer at the manor, the instructions he left behind ensure that everything proceeds seamlessly. By the time the coachman informs you that all preparations are complete, You leave your room ready to depart. Though dinner is still hours away, everyone, including yourself, agrees it is best to set out early. Damn. Daisy follows you with eager steps, seeing you off, and though she is the only one pleased about your attendance to this at this dinner, you feel a small sense of relief in that. Oh my god, everyone's like, bitch, why? Well, her and Snow, who excitedly dashes around your feet, expecting an evening walk. If dinner stretches late into the night, please do not rush back, my lady. She's like, please, listen, let Miss spend the night. Spend the night, ma'am. Oh, have a jolly good time over there. I hear about those heats people go on. I am certain Lord Oscar would be kind enough to offer you accommodations for the night. The thought gives you pause. You never thought about that? That's what I thought about. I was like, yo, we're doing the Lady Bennett strategy. You recall that even now, until now, neither your fiance nor you have spent the night at each other's mansions. Considering that you are neighbors, it is quite surprising. No doubt. Daisy, still caught up in her delight, does not notice the irony in your voice. If that is the case, you will need a maid to assist you. Oh, she's just trying to get in. She's just trying to get in. You know what? Flip it all around. I kind of like Daisy. I know I was giving her so much shit in the beginning of this fucking stream. I was like, bitch, I want this bitch fired. Now I'm like, you know what? I love you, Daisy. Daisy's so much fucking fun. She's like, oh my god, like you need a maid. Like, I don't know why I can find a maid so quickly. Like, it looks like I'll just have to go. Lord Oscar will surely assign the best in his household to attend you. But no matter who he chooses, she will not be me. It's like, it's not me though. I'm the best, clearly. If you wish, I can prepare at once and accompany you, my lady. As the servant pulls the door open, the wind rushes in, carrying the frigid air of the outside world into the entryway. The sudden chill, coupled with your brief hesitation, delays your response for a moment longer than intended. Unlike Tristian, Daisy will undoubtedly spend the entire journey chattering about the upcoming wedding without pause. That's very thoughtful of you, Daisy, but I may not need the company. I might not even wish to complete the journey to Red Heart Manor. Why say Red Heart Manor? Daisy, struggling to keep Snow from darting outside, stares at you in bewilderment, momentarily at a loss for words. You don't wish to shatter her romantic notions so bluntly, but you continue regardless. Please look after Snow while I'm gone. No, my heart. Oh my god, Daisy, I'm here. I'm with you. I'd be so sad. Like, wait, what? And you guys are not in love with each other? That's crazy. Before your resolve can falter, you swiftly descend the manor and head toward the waiting carriage. I just need to meet this bitch. I need to get to meeting this bitch. As you settle into the carriage, the door shuts behind you with a firm thud, sealing you away from the cold and the dim, heavy silence of the winter night. Everything inside has been prepared for your comfort. Several thick blankets, a basket overflowing with refreshments, and a few books you recently acquired but have yet to read. This should be enough to keep you occupied. The carriage lurches forward, beginning its journey. For a while, you keep yourself gazing outside, watching as the high garden walls of the estate fade into the dense woods beyond. The snow drapes over the trees, covering their branches with a pale bluish white shroud. It's a breathtaking sight, one that is both enchanting and unsettling. Then, a sharp, thin, and fragmented sound cuts through the stillness. What the fuck? Your ears strain to catch a source, but before you can pinpoint it, a dark figure moves in the depths of the forest. You don't know how long it's been there, but the moment your gaze lands on it, it vanishes as if aware that you have seen it. Wait! Go back! Right there! A trick of the eye, perhaps. Yet an uneasy shiver runs through you, as if unseen eyes are still watching. Most likely, it was a poacher who had wandered into the woods and feared being caught. That must be it. That must be all. Damn, she said, okay, never mind. If I don't see, out of sight, out of mind. She closed all the fucking curtains. Still, you draw the curtains over the windows before returning your focus to the book on your lap, skimming through its pages without absorbing a single word. At first, you barely notice the subtle declaration. I'm saying she's trying to survive. No, really, she's like, no, thank you. No more hallucinations. Thank you very much. Bye. What's that? Declaration of the carriage. I have no idea what that word is. It is only when the horses come to a full stop that your grip of the book tightens. No, the muffled sound of boots crunching through the snow draws closer. No, I'd be crying. Your heart pounds, though you keep your gaze straight on the book. She really is just trying to. She's like, nope, I'm just focusing. If I just keep looking at this book, nothing's gonna hurt me. Just like I'm not dealing with this right now. Then the door creaks open, and a familiar face from the manor stands before you. Who's this? The rider who had accompanied your journey, the one the coachman had called Rudolph. Okay. His silvery hair glows faintly under the light, a striking resemblance to Tristan's. You suspect he, too, must have come from one of the villages surrounding the estate. As your gaze lingers on him longer than intended, a sudden realization strikes you. Last night, he was in the kitchen pantry! He was kneeling! Wrapped tightly against the bitter cold, only his eyes visible beneath the layers. There's no way to tell if the punishment from last night has left any marks. But you know, it was him. Curiosity prickles at you. You don't know what he did to warrant such discipline. But of course, you cannot ask him. The road is nearly blocked with snow. There's bound to be ice. It hasn't been used much lately. If we continue, we'll have to slow down significantly, my lady. Tristan's warnings proved accurate once again. Proving accurate once again does little to ease your frustration. This is so annoying. You know what? I don't even think he's right. I think he's lying. I think Tristan doesn't want you to go there, and I think he told that man, fucking lie. Make it up. I don't want her fucking going there. Say it's blocked. Say anything so she can fucking turn back. I think he's lying. Even if you press on, it's clear you'll be late to dinner at this pace. As you weigh your options, a sound, thin, fractured, and aching, cut through the silence. It startles you. This time it echoes deeper within the woods. Ah! The shadow again! But the shadow, you catch it now, pressing against the trunk of a tree, much closer than before. Your hand lifts almost as if, almost of its own accord, pointing it out to Rudolph before your mind can register the movement. Yet the moment he turns to look, it's already gone. The rustling branches, stirred by the wind, whisper through the trees. That eerie sensation creeps up your spine again. This time you're certain something or someone has been watching you for the entire journey. And if not, then the alternative is that it's all in your mind. You force yourself to move with measured caution as you turn your back to Rudolph. Did you hear that just now? His response is immediate. Of course, my lady, likely a predator. I couldn't quite place it, but in this weather, anything you saw was probably it. They say their numbers have grown significantly in the forest lately. What are they looking for? It, his gaze gleam as he answers. Food, my lady. Just like the rest of us. There's no need for concern. We have rifles with us. He pauses before adding, what is your decision? Should we turn back or do we continue forward? I want to go see him. God, fuck this bitch. Hold on. No, I want to go see the second guy. No matter how much we have to slow down, we keep going. Your words cause the young man's eyes to cloud with unease, but he merely lowers his head slightly, unable to oppose you. Oh no, I was right. This guy told him fucking lie. Get her to turn back. As you command, my lady, I'll inform the coachman immediately. As the door closes, the narrow, enclosed space of the carriage fills you with a sense of safety and warmth, offering you some comfort. Before you know it, it won't last forever. With nightfall, the dropping temperatures and growing fatigue will make the journey increasingly difficult. And yet, thinking of Oscar's indifferent and mocking nature, you doubt he sees much significance in this odorous trip? I don't know. You are just about to tell the coachman to turn back when, despite not having traveled too far, the carriage suddenly lurches forward in alarming speed. It only takes a moment for you to realize that this isn't the coachman's doing. You're sliding on ice. We're gonna die! Thrown off balance, you instinctively reach for something to hold on to, but it's useless. You fall onto the carriage floor. Fortunately, the thick pile of blankets cushioning your landings spares you from a serious harm. At the same time, the horses come to an abrupt halt and stop the carriage. Your heart pounds so violently that the sound roars in your ears, nearly drowning out the noise of the carriage door opening. My lady, I'm fine. Rudolph exhales in relief as he realizes you're unharmed, merely tangled in thick blankets. With his help, you stand and step out of the tilted carriage. Are we really trapped in the middle of the fucking... Oh my god. Though your breath fogs your vision, it doesn't take long to grasp the situation. The carriage has veered off the road, crashing on through the trees, and the horses are now buried up to their bodies of snow-covered bog. Why? I just wanted to go see this man! A wave of regret burns through you like fire, though the other two assess the situation, remain silent and merely listening. We should go find help. Don't be ridiculous. By the time help arrives, the horses will be dead. Shut up and help me. With Rudolph's assistance, the coachman manages to unfasten the horses from their harnesses and straighten the carriage. Saving the horses will take far more effort. Sitting in the roadside, watching them struggle, you feel the weight of their stolen glances, the silent accusations pressing down on you. I'm so sorry! Guilt and unease settle in your shoulders like an unbearable burden. You cannot shake the feeling that something worse is coming, and something hidden in the darkness, lurking behind the trees, is watching you. But you can't point out every shadow that surrounds you. You can't bury them with yet another problem. Helplessly, you retreat into the carriage and wait. Despite the comfort it offers, at this moment, the carriage feels no different from a cage. With no other way to distract yourself, you pick up your book once more, trying to drown out your thoughts. And It's nighttime! Suddenly finding yourself in darkness, your first reaction is confusion. But the weight of the book resting on your lap makes you realize you have dozed off while reading. After what happened in the bathtub yesterday, you have no idea how you managed to fall asleep so easily outside in the middle of the forest. This time, it feels as if you merely blinked, yet exhaustion still clings to you. With an eerie shiver crawls Then an eerie shiver crawls over your skin, unrelated to the cold. Only now do you notice the carriage is still not moving. It was crazy. But the sky is already pitch black. The only sound is the howling of the wind. Your instincts scream at you to not step outside. But what about the silence? The stillness? Summoning your courage, you push the blankets off of your trembling hands and creak the carriage door open. If they left you, there's blood. The snowflakes drift gently in the air, brushing against your face, but the silence greeting you is far from soothing. The trees around you, cloaked in deep shadows, seem larger, misshapen, distorted. I suppose Rudolph was right. We need to call for help. But as you step in the front of the cage, your words freeze in the air, just like your breath. The horses stand ready, harness prepared to depart. Then what are they waiting for? More importantly, where are the others? Your gaze darts around in a growing dread. You know with absolute certainty they wouldn't have left you here alone, which means that something emerged while you were asleep in the carriage. Oh my god, you tried to reassure yourself by recalling Rudolph's words. They had rifles. He told you not to worry. Yet a whisper from deep within tells you that their rifles may be no more useful than a child's toy. The moon above spills its cold silver light onto the road, making the snow glisten like the path of a fairy tale realm. Oh my god, girly, I'm so sorry. We should have turned back. Fuck. But something mars this enchanted scene. A stain. A deep crimson stain that unsettles your senses far too much. Lifting your head, you see more of them ahead. Dozens of them. No, it can't be impossible. No, it is impossible. I think this is another hallucination, because why would the horses not be touched? They must belong to some poor animal. The others must have encountered something urgent, something that required them to leave suddenly. They'd be back any moment now. But no matter how hard you try, you cannot bring yourself to believe this hopeful scenario. Your steps instinctively urge you back to the safety of the carriage, yet guilt arches you in place. Oh my god, I'm so scared for her. If only you had been reasonable. If only you had turned back before the accident. Listen, I'm not unreasonable. I'm unreasonable. Everyone knows this. I want to do the dumb thing first. So I need to know. If only you had never set out at all. I just wanted to see my fiance. Like, what the fuck? An animal. Just an animal. It has to be. But no matter what you tell yourself, the truth seeps into your bones. Like the melting crimson stains spread through the snow. Your heart pounds wildly as if it might burst through your ribs. Every fiber of your being screams at you to retreat. Get back inside, lock the door, wait. Bitch, go back! But for how long? Oh no, you're right. Tristan will find you, surely. He always does. Yeah, because he's the one who's doing this. But if something else finds you first, there's no way out. The red trail beckons you deeper into the forest, pulling you forward against your better judgment. Oh, bitch. Is that Rudolph? Until you see it, a pool of blood beneath the tree trunk, and in its center, a man lying motionless as if dead. Even before stepping closer, you know it's Rudolph. Your hands fly to your mouth, trapping the scream that turns into a hard lump in your throat. No, no, no. God, please. I know there's so many things happening to us. Despite the burning in your lungs from uneven breaths, despite the sharp ache twisting through your muscles, you desperately want to believe this is not real. A hallucination, maybe. Like yesterday. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Fuck. It might be a hallucination. I think it's actually real. I think they're all gaslighting her. But no matter how many times you blink, the scene before you does not change. Then you notice it. The weak rise and fall of his chest. He's still breathing. Oh, thank God. Oh my God, wake him up. Rudolph. How could he still be alive after losing so much blood? It's the cold. It's stopping it's quickening the clotting, or slowing down the blood from going faster. Yeah, that's what he's doing. I learning in Law and Order SVU. At that moment, the sound of snapping branches reaches your ears, and the shadow emerges suddenly among the trees like a ghost. Oh my goodness, where is it? Is it this right here? It moves so fast that you have no chance to scream or run. You're completely trapped. Oh my fucking God. As if your body is no longer under your control, your legs suddenly refuse to support you and you collapse onto your knees. Like prey, ready to be hunted. You should have never come to this forest. The only thing still under your control is your mouth. You manage to move your lips. No, you can't eat me. I'm not food. Oh my God, it's a man. Wait, it looks like the redhead. Oh my God, please be the redhead. As the shadow draws closer, its terrifying bulk shrinks down to human proportions, and the eerie silence of the forest is broken by a powerful energetic laugh. I'm sure you're not food, my dear. At the very least, I'll take a well-seasoned venison steak over you. You got your hopes up for nothing. Thank God it's him. Oh my God. You know what? I'm totally happy. We're saved. Thank God, even if it has to be him. A moment later, the shadow becomes clearer. His jacket, the ornate hunting rifle in his hand, the blood red gleam of his hair in the darkness, the sharp cut of his jawline, all the details that make him Oscar, your fiance. Unlike the last time you saw him surrounded by luxury and grandeur at a lash gathering, now you find him standing in the cold, dark depths of a forest. For a moment, your mind struggles to comprehend it. You even fear that he might be a hallucination. Nah, there's no way we can imagine this fucking shit. Nah. I imagine a perfect man. I imagine this fucking dipshit. It has to be real. And yet, despite the rising tide of fear within you, there is an odd sense of relief that cuts through it. A moment later, your voice returns. Oscar, please help me. There's something in this forest following me. I felt like I was being watched since the beginning of my journey, but I thought I was imagining things. But it already attacked Rudolph. Look at him. He's lying there covered in blood. It could come back at any moment. As Oscar's long hunting boots crunch through the snow, you lift your gaze to him. Yet, despite everything you just said, he doesn't seem concerned at all. Instead, under the moonlight, his smirk becomes even more pronounced. My dear, I can't understand why you're excited to see me, but I have no idea what nonsense you're spouting. If Rudolph is not fucking there, okay, he's there. If you tell me that in a second he's not gonna be fucking there, I'm gonna be so mad. If you're done with your greetings, get up already. You hesitate for a moment before taking his outstretched hand. There's no other choice. Oscar pulls you up with a force stronger than you expected, and now you're standing closer. You can get a better look at his face, especially his eyes. Despite the nonchalance of his voice, you realize he's carefully studying you. Good, you didn't hit your head anywhere. For a second, you almost had me worried. You try to calm yourself, but your voice still comes out fast and frantic. Oscar, are you even listening to me? I'm serious. Look at Rudolph. You stop mid-sentence as your eyes fall on Rudolph, realizing something horrifying. Oh, was there a pool of blood? Oh, there's no pool of blood anymore. The pool of blood surrounding him is gone, as if it had evaporated from thin air, just like what happened in the cemetery and in the bathroom. Damn, she's pissed. Look at her face. She mad. I'm big mad too. Oscar, noticing your silence, crouches beside the man lying in the snow. Rudolph? I was almost sure his name was something ridiculous, like Christian. No, that's another bitch. He ain't here. This is a different bitch. What up? Oh shit, he's not dead. Thank you, Oscar. My fucking god, this stupid bitch was so nonchalant about a corpse next to us. I thought you had finally decided to get rid of him and brought him to my estate to bury him. I fear I like Oscar a lot. I fear I like Oscar. That is hilarious. I thought you killed your butler and buried him here. I was totally gonna cover for you. Your mind comes to a complete halt. You don't know what to think anymore. The only thing you're certain of is that Rudolph is your priority. Please stop joking. Help me figure out what's wrong with him. Do I look like a doctor to you, darling? Look and pick him up. Aren't you big? Despite his exasperated tone, Oscar sets his rifle aside and checks Rudolph's pulse before turning him onto his side and examining him. It doesn't take long to realize that this man is not your butler. Oh, another white-haired man? I have a type, okay? Your preferences truly leave me speechless, dear. I'd be so mad to be like, wait, are you telling me I'm not your type? I'm like your exact opposite type, actually. Looks like he's just passed out. Although if he stays like this much longer, he'll freeze to death. Even though your mind is full of questions, Oscar's words bring a small relief in the middle of this wretched journey. You eagerly speak up. My carriage is nearby. We can carry him there. For a brief moment, the mockery in Oscar's eyes dim. My dear, may I remind you, I'm your fiance, not your servant. Whoa, fucking someone has to fucking pick him up. You see my arms? I got noodle arms, okay? Look at my little noodle arms. Look at this, the puff of these sleeves. They're not hiding any muscles. They're noodle arms. You are the big brolic man, okay? This is a fucking ultimate game. I know you got a six-pack. I know your arms are fucking brolic. Pick him up. That's a you job, not a me job. You must be confusing me with someone else. Pick him up, you bitch. Oh my god. Okay, no, I fear I like him. I fear I like this stupid loser a lot. No, it's just so upsetting. I don't want to beg him. Fuck him. I'm gonna say, step aside. Let me do it. Your defiant tone makes his eyes glimmer, and soon enough, you hear the amusement in his voice. Oh, really? Please go ahead, dear. I can't wait to see how you'll manage to carry him all on your own. Poor thing. I already feel bad for him. Wow, I fucking smack him across the face. You should have known that a remark like that wouldn't faze him. Still, determined to stand your ground, you ignore him and kneel beside Rudolph. Damn, are we picking him up? Oh my god, step aside. Exactly. Get the fuck out of my face, bitch. Sweating and struggling, you manage to lift him slightly by his arm. Before you can do more, Oscar's hand cuts in sharply. Leave him. I have no interest in dealing with two corpses in the middle of the forest. Without another word, he retrieves his rifle as he placed on the ground and takes a few steps away from you. Wait, what? A sudden flash of fire pierces the darkness, followed by a deafening crack of gunpowder. It doesn't take much to realize he just fired a shot to signal his location. Soon, the shadows surrounding you stir, followed by a sound of approaching voices. Did you get it, Oscar? Was it a big deer? You telling me you had bitches on the side? And the entire time I asked for help, you didn't once bring them up. I fear I like him. Oh my god. I like her fiance in game Vivi. I think you should. I think we should stay at his place. We should make sure we don't go back home because I don't trust Tristan. I actually feel like. Want to see for yourself? It's lying right over there. As the first shadow emerges into the moonlight, you recognize the man's face as from the lavish parties you attended. But now in the forest's gloom, he looks vastly different. His features are tense and with urgency. Bloody hell, did you shoot a man? The way they actually thought that you did this, they're like, oh my god, you committed a crime and showed us? What the fuck? I need help getting rid of the body. Can you not joke around right now? Like, bitch, don't joke around. Oh my god, here I like him. I need help getting rid of the body. The tense silence lasts only for a moment before Oscar's lips curl into that signature twisted smile. You're too easy to fool, you know. It's not even fun anymore. As Oscar's hunting party reaches you, you finally learn where your missing coachman has been. One of the approaching figures steps forward, and his outline illuminated by the lantern's glow, and you recognize him instantly. By the time we got the horses free, it was already too dark. Continuing on would have been too dangerous. When I heard the gunshot, I thought Lord Oscar might be out hunting. Since Rudolph wasn't familiar with Lord Oscar's men, I went to ask for help. He insisted he wouldn't leave your side. I don't understand how he could be so reckless. I don't know what the fuck he did either. Since Rudolph remained unconscious, there's no way to get an answer. As you make your way back to the carriage, the glow of lanterns held by Oscar's men fails to reveal any trace of red stains that have led you to Rudolph. Instead of easing your fears, it only makes it worse. If it was all in your head, then how did you manage to find Rudolph? When there's not a single trace of him left behind. And why is the carriage door open? Did you forget to close it? Did the wind blow it open? Or had the shadow been here? Had it looked inside to find you? Huh. You know what? She may not actually be having hallucinations. Maybe something is following her. Maybe it's Tristan. Maybe something's following her because, like, why would he leave? You know what I mean? Why would he leave? He must have found something, and something found... Because there's no way for her to find the tracks. If it's fucking snowing, the snow is gonna immediately cover up his footsteps. She may be onto something. Something is actually following her. Something is actually coming. Something was actually there the entire time. Rudolph went to go deal with it. It overpowered him. And by the time she came out and followed like the bloody path that he most likely covered up with snow, he came to go get her. The thing came to go get her, come get her, and she was gone. And he noticed that, so he covered up the blood, the bloody path. A fresh wave of fear washes over you, and even now, you still feel like you're being lost. As long as you remain in this forest, you doubt you'll ever be free of the feeling. Even as a child, a single glance at the woods beyond your bedroom window had been enough to send chills down your spine. Now you vow to keep the curtains tightly shut on every future journey. Once inside the carriage, your gaze drifts to Rudolph, bundled up in the thick blanket and fast asleep in the and you can't help but recall that vivid crimson, still warm glow. From outside, you hear Oscar's deep voice carrying over the hushed whispers of his people. Edgar, show the coachman the shortcut to our estate. The poor horses catch their breath. This little rescue mission has exhausted me. I'll be riding inside the carriage with my future spouse. At least we get more time with him. Without delay, the carriage doors swing open, letting in the cold air as Oscar steps inside. The crimson of his hair and his clothes unsettle you as you try to ignore it. And of course, you already know he will bypass Rudolph entirely and sit beside you. Alright, well, bracing yourself for discomfort, you inch as close to the window as possible, hoping to put as much space between you and the narrow seat. You as the narrow seat allows. Damn, he is undeterred. Oscar notices your subtle retreat, yet despite settling into his seat with his usual nonchalance, he does not close the distance. A rare courtesy, or perhaps a subtle confirmation of the distance that has grown between you lately. As the carriage lurches forward again, you close your eyes, willing the rest of this cursed journey to pass quickly. But then the rustle of the food basket, a sharp crunch. Oscar has found an apple and wasted no time biting onto it. Oh my god, you're eating my food now? And then, predictably, his voice, ever unrelenting, fills the carriage once more. You must have forgotten that his mouth never ceases to work. What a comfortable little carriage. You have blankets, a well-stocked food basket, even though some ridiculous books about necromancy. You have books about necromancy, my guy? Maybe that's why you're fucking having nightmares. Though personally, I would prefer a more thrilling and pleasurable pastime. Your eyes snap open, sharp with warning. Oscar meets your gaze with an expression so innocent, it could almost pass for sincere. I only meant conversation, of course. He's like, I'm not dirty like you. I'm a conversation. I'm a good boy. For instance, you still haven't told me what you're doing on my land so late at night, my dear. A part of you concedes that, given his aid in this situation, a little gratitude might be warranted. I assumed you would have figured that out. I'm on my way to Red Heart Manor for your dinner invitation. Oh. He's like, oh, fuck. Fuck, I forgot about that. For the first time, true surprise flickers across Oscar's face. I don't recall inviting you to dinner. In fact, I don't recall housing a dinner at all. Just a quiet meal with a few relatives and friends as usual. Wow, okay, so apparently I'm not a part of that. Wow, okay, I see where I stand, fucking bitch. Now's your time to be caught off guard. I didn't know that. I received a letter bearing your family seal, written and signed by you. Of course, you conveniently skip over the part where the handwriting doesn't matches. The realization that his entire journey may have been for nothing gnaws at you. You fix your gaze on him, waiting for a reaction. But Oscar merely takes another exaggerated bite of his apple. Then, without an ounce of shame, tosses the half-eaten fruit back into the basket. His indifference returns like a well-worn mask. Must have been the steward, which means my mother told him to. You know how the old woman is half the time. Even I can't make sense of what she's up to. Lady Diana, Oscar's mother, is a formidable alpha in her own right, the true ruler of Red Heart Manor and its lands. Though you know that Oscar has taken full control due to her declining health, how long that will last remains uncertain. Naturally, as a devoted fiance, I would never have subjected my delicate and ailing betrothed to such an exhausting journey had I known. This bitch. Yet his devoted wife never thought to check on my well-being himself, despite hearing I was unwell. I want to fight him. I'm sorry. I want to fight him. And yet this devoted fiance never thought to check on my well-being, despite hearing I was unwell. With a brief moment, Oscar's ever-mocking expression falters. Then, with a slight lift of his brows, his smirk returns. Frankly, I assumed it was an excuse to avoid me. I still do. Could you really blame me for thinking that? Ah! How dare you throw the issues that I am posing in my face? How dare you? We all know what I'm doing. No need to throw it in my face. What the fuck? I don't want to deal with the consequences of my own actions. Jackass! Meeting Oscar is honestly the highlight of this game. It happened at the very fucking end, but it was the highlight. Also, let's not forget the Uno reverse, because we all thought it was an orgy, and then we were like, no, it's actually the punishment circle, and we didn't like that. That happened, and that was crazy. But the highlight for me was truly meeting Oscar. I fear I like this character, and I might actually go for the redhead character and just suffer in a horrible life for that reason. But I think I really do like this game. I was hoping we could finish it today, but I yapped too much, and it's definitely not happening. And yeah, I really do like this game so far. I like the setup, I like the scares, like the whole stuff. It's really, really good. I'm also trying to question if she's hallucinating or these things are real. I think half the shit that's happening to her is real, but I do think that she's being drugged and hallucinating certain things. Like, again, her dog biting her arm and pulling her has got to be fake. Like that, like clearly what happened in that bathtub did not happen, because there's no way that bite wouldn't have happened, right? If he bit her, there should have left a mark. There wasn't. So clearly that was a hallucination. What happened at her parents' grave is not a hallucination. That actually happened. He was there, he saw it. You know what I mean? I feel like half the things are hallucinations, half the things are not hallucinations. The bathtub was definitely a hallucination. The gravesite was not a hallucination. What's happening here, I believe, is not a hallucination, because why the fuck is Rudolph not at his post? There has to be something that drew him away. I believe that's what happened. She's unreliable. No, she truly is, but I don't think that's her fault. I think she's being drugged. I wonder what happens if you go back and you don't drink the tea. If that same hallucination happens. Because if it doesn't, then it confirms it's something in the tea. I believe she's being drugged. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with her. I'm truly afraid for her. I think Tristan is doing something. I'm sorry. I think he's doing something. And we're gonna figure that out later and figure out this little romance. But yeah. But we're back with our fiance. The only hint of color in this entire fucking game, by the way. Our alpha fiance. I think we're an Omega. Which I think we discussed this before. I would fucking hate to be an Omega. I would rather be a beta, which is basically a regular person. I don't think I'm made for the rules and structures and the demands of an alpha. Like no, thank you. And then to be an Omega seems like fucking utter hell. Like I would not want to be there. So I would basically hope for beta. But who knows? Well, we'll never know. Okay, so anyway, so I say yes because when I said I wasn't well, I actually meant it. You weren't even on my mind. Damn, bitch. And you do look perfectly fine now, my dear. Still, as a concerned fiance, I can never allow you or your men to set out on another journey tonight. And here we are. Welcome to Red Heart Manor, my dear. With a smooth pull of the curtain, Oscar reveals a grand silhouette of the manor perched on top of the hill. Its its spires and chimneys black against the snow-filled sky. Damn, this is your place? It's nice. Damn, it's so dark and dreary in this place. It's so dark and dreary. The sight swallows your doubts. The shortcut was okay. You finally reach the end of your journey. Red Heart Manor greets you not with silence, but with warmth. So it's warm here, but on our fucking place it's cold as hell? Wow. And look, this color. There's purple and gold. Wow. What a beautiful house. The moment you step inside, a wave of golden light and heat envelops you. The grand hall is lavishly lit. Sure. And perfectly heated, chasing off the bit of the forest cold that still clings to your sleeve. Compared to the desolate hours spent among snow-choked trees, this place feels like a hidden sanctuary carved out of the winter snow. You can almost feel your shoulders drop, tension melting from your spine. No wonder Red Heart draws visitors every season. Who wouldn't seek refuge in such opulence? Sure. Of course, for a manor this size, such elegance must come at an exorbitant cost. But judging by the army of servants lingering the hall, you doubt the owners are concerned with such triviality. Oscar, by contrast, doesn't even pause to take it in. With the kind of practiced ease only someone raised in access could manage, he shrugged off his heavy coat and tosses it without looking into the waiting arms of the nearby servant. Then, with his usual feline grace, he makes his way toward a woman you recognize, Red Heart's housekeeper, a sharp-featured, stern-looking lady. Congratulations, Chase. You caught it mid-air. You must have been practicing while I was away. We're terribly late. We're terribly late, aren't we, my dear? Is everything in order? You don't need to ask whether his endearment is reserved solely for you. The housekeeper's stoic expression makes it. Still, you think you catch a hint of warmth in her voice, or perhaps you only wish to. All is well, my lord. Are you jealous? Are you jealous that he calls her my dear? I think he called you my dear too. So he's not even like, there's not even an exclusive name for us. Wow. Time to push Oscar down these fucking stairs. Hey Edgar, don't fumble with my rifle. The only reason you're not a better hunter than me is because I'm simply the better hunter. I'm sure you've got some trick up your sleeve. While Edgar grumbles and hands the weapons over to the waiting footman, your fiancé redirects his attention to the housekeeper. So, tell me, darling, how's the old woman? Your mother? Is that what you're talking about? At the mention of old woman, the housekeeper's face threatens to tighten, but she restrains herself with practiced grace. You couldn't help but admire her loyalty to her weakened mistress. Hoping to hear something of Lady Diana's condition, you begin to step forward, only to have your view suddenly blocked by what must be the largest man you've ever seen. A footman, judging by the uniform. Fortunately, there's no reason to panic. He has not come for you, but to chase away Rudolph, still unconscious, who is being half dragged by your coachman and one of Oscar's companions. Your gaze lingers on the young servant, still small and motionless. Pity coils tight in your chest, followed swiftly by curiosity. He needs to see a doctor without delay. There's no visible injury, but we can't know what happened in the forest. He may have struck his head or eaten something poisonous. Though the hulking servant appears to be listening, he offers no response. You aren't entirely sure he even understood you. You're just about You're just about to speak again when Oscar cuts in, answering on his behalf. Stop alarming him with all those orders, darling. Red Heart has its own doctor. Though, honestly, I can't say he's done much beyond handing out anticides to my guests. Still, thanks to your boy, we'll get to put his skills to the test. Despite, ooh, why do I keep burping? Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. Okay. Alright, despite Oscar's dismissive tone, the knowledge that there's a decision on the premises brings a flicker of relief. As the massive servant lifts Rudolph onto his back, it dawns on you. He doesn't respond to your voice or any voice at all. He acts solely on orders already given. Just releasing the toxic gas you build up from Albert's. From all the blood he's infected into, he's like plunged into my neck. Yeah, it's all just coming out. He must be both deaf and you can't know how things are typically run at Red Heart. He's saying Redford. But you can't help finding that this is rather unusual arrangement. Turning your thoughts away from the unsettling man, you look toward your coachman. Please don't leave Rudolph's side, not even for a moment. If he walks, inform me at once. Of course, my lady, you needn't worry about it. God, being stabbed in the neck so many times really does the number on you. As the coachman hurries off behind the hulking servant, vanishing quickly from view, your gaze inevitably drifts to the corner where Oscar stands and meets you. You try to remain composed, wondering how he'll react to a gesture that so clearly betrays your lack of trust. Yet, to your surprise, your fiancé chooses to ignore it entirely and simply smiles. Come here, darling. How is my poor housekeeper supposed to serve this many people if she's not even aware who's coming and going? Have you ever seen this uninvited guest before? Damina. I don't know how to say her name. I'm so sorry. In contrast to Oscar's mocking tone, the housekeeper dipped her head respectfully as you approached. I had the chance to see her from afar during the ball last summer, when your engagement was first announced. We shall do everything in our power to make your stay as pleasant as possible, my lady. I have no doubt. Thank you. You're not sure whether your words are even heard. Oscar is too busy laughing at himself. Demonia, what a sharp memory you have. When I found her in the middle of the forest, I couldn't even remember her name. So I spent the entire ride calling her darling. I want to kill him. I want to kill him. Are you serious? These are my two options? A man who's drugging me and a man who can't remember my name? You hesitate. Your eyes and the eyes and ears of every servant and every member of the hunting party just turned toward you. Whether to respond and put him in his place becomes a question in itself. Ah! We gotta put him in his place, right? We gotta put him in his place. Hold on, we gotta. You remembered my butler's name perfectly. Oh, it's all right. I suppose it's an acceptable way to address it. Okay, let's do the first one. I think the first one is the one that's gonna be like, fuck you. You remembered my butler's name perfectly. Oscar falters just for a moment, and you wonder if you've gone too far. But then suddenly, his laugh echoes off the high stone walls of the manor. You wait, patient and stone-faced, as strange looks pass between those around you. When he finally quiets, Oscar leans in close and lowers his voice in a conspiratorial murmur. The thought that I might be jealous of a beta. The thought that I might be jealous of a beta must be endlessly amusing to me. Wait, what? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. What? What? I have this from afar in the hall of summer. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. I said you remembered my butler's name perfectly, right? Oscar falters for a moment. I don't understand how we got here, but I think this is a good response. I think this is a good response. I don't know though. Tristan is so commanding, so unshakably composed that you often forget he is, like the others, just the beta. A cold shiver creeps along your spine, but you don't back down. You're the one who confused him with Rudolph. Oscar's eyes glint with something strange, unreadable. His voice is quiet. His voice is low, quiet as a thread as he straightens up again. Because there's no difference between the two. You suspect he means more than just their shared range. But whatever he's implying, now is the time nor the place to challenge him in front of everyone. A short silence settles between you, broken only by Oscar's sudden command echoing sharply across the hall, his tone unmistakably assertive this time. Why haven't the kills been taken to the kitchen yet? Why are Edgar still fiddling with my rifle? Am I feeding a village worth of people here for nothing? For the first time in a long while, you feel it. His pheromones. Oh, we're going to go into heat? Come on! I'm an Omega! When is the heat happening? Faint but unmistakably present, stirring in the air like an unseen fog. Your heart lurches before you even realize what's happening. They're not overwhelming, but they're far from ineffective. The entire hall seems to stir at once, spurred into motion, and while the betas around you obey blindly, blissfully unaware of the influence clouding their heads, you and Omega know better. Unfortunately, that doesn't make you immune. God. No matter how much you reason with yourself, something primal arises inside you. A murmur of submission, of guilt, a trembling impulse to appease the alpha you dislike. And worse, that alpha appears to be your fiance. I know I can't have my fiance think I like him or can't be mean to him. Crazy. But as an unmated Omega of your standing, you're expected to resist all such sickness, even his. Fortunately, your training kicks in before instinct can win. You manage to turn away, calm and composed, and face the housekeeper as though nothing had happened. The journey has exhausted me. Could you show me to a room where I can rest? Of course, my lady. I've had a guest room in the West Wing prepared for you. The fire has been lit. If you wish, I can personally escort you there. You offer the stern woman a grateful smile, nodding your agreement. In that moment, you're certain. She knew about the dinner invitation. She must have, and she prepared for your arrival in advance. As you begin ascending the stairs alongside the housekeeper, your fiance's booming voice rings out behind you, catching up with startling The East Wing room. I want her placed in the room in the East Wing. The housekeeper's eyes narrow in visible disapproval at the change, but she doesn't dare object. Why the East Wing? Are you in the East Wing, or are you in the West Wing and you don't want me there? I gotta know where we're going with this. From your place in the steps, you can't see Oscar's expression, but his voice dripped with mockery. Dripping with mockery reaches you all the same. Oh. I don't want my beloved future spouse deprived of her usual silence. Do you know how the West Wings become indistinguishable from a school dormitory these days? You know the West Wing, in addition to the main building, is filled with newer, more comfortable rooms. East Wing, by contrast, is older. Of course, having lived in one of the oldest manors in the region yourself, this is hardly something you'd complain about. Still, you can't help but suspect that this sudden change in Oscar's attempt at some subtle... You can't help but suspect that this sudden change is Oscar's attempt at some subtle punishment. There's no question in your mind that his motives lie somewhere far from genuine concern of comfort. Regardless, you can neither read his mind nor openly oppose him. So in silence, you follow the housekeeper deeper into the manor. When you arrive at the room where you'll be spending the night, you see that Bret Hart's sense of opulence continues unabated here as well. At least, okay, it's an old area, but at least it's nice looking, you know what I mean? The bed linens, the curtains, the wardrobes, everything in the room has been chosen with an unmistakable sense of care and expense. Yet despite their pristine condition, nothing quite manages to conceal how old they truly are. No! Oh my god, they're visibly old? Do you know who this room used to belong to? The housekeeper's expression remains as composed and solemn as ever when she responds. I don't believe so, my lady. In all the time I've served at the manor, I've never seen it assigned to anyone in particular. Only, you glanced up at her, attentive now to the pause in her speech. I do know that Lord Ocean stayed here for a time before he married Lady Diana, my lady. If the room does not appease you, I can inform the Lord of your wishes in changing. I'm sure he would not object. It's clear someone from higher up, clearly not Oscar, has instructed her to treat you with the utmost care. Still, for a single night, there's no need to be overly particular. No, the room is lovely. I'll send someone at once to see to your needs, my lady. In the meantime, please make yourself comfortable. All right, so our fiance's a dipshit. I thought he was fun. No, never mind. Those 5 seconds of fun, gone. He's a dipshit. I can't. Oh my god. What is our options here? Suck. This is the worst. This is the worst lineup of men ever. A fun dipshit? You know what? Maybe. Maybe he might be a fun dipshit. Actually, hold on. I'm back. We're back to Winter Wedding. I know. I feel like, I was thinking to the reason I paused because I thought to myself, oh, do you like this? I feel like you would like this because you like mysteries, and this is literally a mystery. We're literally trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Let me see. Let me go to the Winter Wedding page because I know there's like a guide, and I want to know if I made a good choice. I feel like I made a good choice. I don't know. I can't read this man's mind. I can't figure it out. Oh my god. Okay, this says walkthrough. There's 2 options. Walkthrough with slight spoilers. Walkthroughs with like, what was it? Heavy spoilers? I did light spoilers, and it literally said, and this is, okay, I was thinking this before. I was thinking, okay, so Tristan likes, to be obeyed, Oscar, because the way he acts, I think he likes to be combated, you know what I mean? Like, he likes to, fight. And it says here, Tristan loves being obeyed while Oscar enjoys the challenge. It was like, oh my god, so I'm right? No, a little fucking... Okay, so you need to see what I'm seeing. Hold on. This is fucking... Look at this. It's like, I don't care about you and you don't care about me. So why not marry? What the fuck are you talking about, sir? He's like, this is perfect. We hate each other. Let's get married. What? And then the second one, just obey me, love me, and everything should be fine, baby. I mean, my lady. I don't know. I don't know who I like. All I know is that Oscar is making me really contemplate making a bomb. Making a bomb really early and just like destroying everything. Such a dick. My goodness. Yeah, remove this. Okay, cool. All right. So I kind of felt that, but I just didn't know if that was the correct. I think that was the correct option to like in our option against Oscar. I don't know. There's no way of tracking it, so I have to just I think. Okay. Once you're alone, the warm flickering glow of the fireplace fills the room with a soft crimson light as you continue examining the furniture. But nothing in particular Oh my god, I keep burping. Stop. Ah. Albert. Stop it. Okay. Perhaps this room once belonged to a previous master of Red Heart, lavishly furnished and then quietly forgotten by the new one. Oscar's father might have chosen it to stay in, just out of convenience. In any case, you're deeply grateful to be spending the night here rather than in the cold and shadowed woods outside. Ah! She fucking ran! Before long, the maid sent by the housekeeper arrives and assists you with your bath without requiring you to step out of it. The warmth of the water loosens your muscles, leaving your whole body draped in a sweet lethargy. Before long, you stopped finding the unfamiliarity of the room strange at all. By the time the gentle knock at the door stirs you back to awareness, you've already almost forgotten where you were. You sit up straighter in your armchair and bid the maid to enter. You're expected in the dining room for dinner, really. Your gaze drifts to the clock of the fireplace, confirming your sense that the hour is unusually late. Isn't it a bit late for dinner? Here at Red Heart, dinner is always started at this time, my lady. Sometimes the meals last until midnight. Damn! What are we doing? It can't be just dinner. Things are happening. It's gotta be. What you hear both confuses you and rekindles your unease. Is that so? Meals I've attended usually start and ended earlier. But recalling that your last visit to Red Heart was before the first snow had fallen makes you question the reliability of your own memories. Oh, never mind. I don't think I could eat anything at this hour. I'm afraid I'll have to miss it. Seriously? But aren't you hungry? You came all the way for dinner. Go to dinner. In truth, your decision was less to do with your appetite and more with your desire to avoid encountering Oscar and his pheromones again tonight. Whether intentional or not, you know that spending time around an alpha carries risks for someone like you. Especially when the alpha is an arrogant, careless, and insufferably self-assured. Let me read the sentence one more time. Especially when the alpha is as arrogant, careless, and insufferably self-assured as Oscar. The maid respectfully nods and leaves the room, only to return a short while later with a small serving tray. Then she quietly withdraws once again. You find an assortment of delicious sandwiches, buttery savory scones, thinly sliced cold meats, dried fruits, a steaming bowl of soup waiting for you. You had only intended to nibble a little, but by the time you realized that you've eaten nearly everything, finally understanding how hungry you had truly been. Not once during the journey had it even crossed your mind to reach for anything from the food basket. So consumed you were by stress. Wow, the room service finally arrived a whole game later. You know you're right. You did call for room service. You're like, I'm gonna be locked in this room. I need room service. And he never did it. His room service was coming to have sex with you in the normal end. Which, you know, is crazy because if you guys have sex, then the curse is broken. But in the normal end, you know what I mean? Like, they're having sex with the curse isn't broken. That means that she doesn't love him yet. That means he's not doing this to... Wow, Albert, thank you for making me fucking cough. Wow, so she doesn't love him. I mean, he is being a bitch, so I can tell why she doesn't love him. Okay. Alright. Now, full and warm, you feel like you could finally give into the day's exhaustion and sleep through the night. I don't like this. I don't like it. This means something's gonna happen. But it doesn't take long for you to realize you were wrong. Despite how much time has passed since you slipped into bed, you still find yourself staring up at the arms of the chandelier on the ceiling. If this keeps up, sleeplessness may soon become a permanent affliction. Still, rather than dwell on it, you try to focus on solutions, at least for now. Had Tristian been with you, perhaps this time you might have skipped the tea altogether and simply asked him to try the other method. Wait, wait, hold on. Let me read that again. Are you saying, wait, had Tristan been with you, perhaps this time you might have skipped the tea altogether and simply asked him to try the other method. Okay, so if anyone wasn't there last time, the other method was heavily implied sex. It was heavily implied to be sex. Are you telling me that you're like, never mind the tea, just fuck me? Is that what you're saying, madam? That is to read aloud to you. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm the dirty-minded one. Okay, never mind. I'm the dirty-minded one. I'm the one with my brain in the gutter. Okay, never mind. This is just rewind time. That didn't happen. I didn't say any of that. And that truly was the method he had in mind last night. Okay, cool. So bringing it back, rewind time. I think he was talking about sex. Your cheeks flush involuntarily. Cool, we're on the same page. And shame curls in your chest as entertaining such thoughts under your fiance's roof. Fuck him. What the fuck does he know? We can have little girlfriends and boyfriends on the side. At least you remember the books you left in the carriage, especially the one on necromancy, which you've been meaning to read for quite some time now. It seems unlikely that you'll find a better opportunity than this. The game. We know what you're thinking, naughty girl. Fuck though. How dare they? Hoping the maid assigned to you is still awake, you reach for the bell beside your bed and give it a ring. Fortunately, she arrives just moments later. Though the hour is undeniably late, she responds with such calm composure that you... Oh my god. Oh, I burped again. Fucking Christ, what's wrong with me? You find yourself wondering about the rhythms of Red Heart's nightly routine, though of course you wouldn't dare ask her aloud. Has there been any news about Rudolph? I mean, the unconscious man I brought with me? I was told the doctor is still with him, my lady, but there have been no updates yet as he's still examining him. Although Rudolph's lingering state of unconsciousness stirs a knot of unease in your stomach, There is little you can do besides wait for the doctor's report. Thank you. Before you go, could you please have my books brought in from the carriage? Of course, my lady. Once alone again, your gaze drifts toward the window. You haven't touched the heavy curtain since you arrived, but the distant howling of wolves, carried faintly through the thick stone walls, draws you closer. Unlike your own manor, Red Heart sits on top of a hill, set apart from the edge of the woods. You're quite you're quite grateful that the wild rise doesn't reach here from the same intensity. You part the curtains, hoping Tristian has already arranged to deal with the hunters to address the problem. But the wolves vanish from your thoughts the moment you see what lies beyond the glass. The lake, directly in front of you, still and silent. What's wrong with this lake? The moonlight drapes across the surface, turning the water into a sheet of silver. So beautiful and serene, especially compared to the dark forest surrounding it, that if only for a moment you could forget that it swallowed your family whole and left you behind to bear the silence. Oh, that's where her parents died. Oh, poor girl. But you can't forget. You never will. You were never even allowed to say a proper goodbye, never permitted to see the frozen bodies of your mother and father dragged up from the steps. All you had were their remaining belongings and the memory of your mother's missing wedding ring. It must have slipped from her finger as she clung to your father to life. I'm gonna throw myself out of bed. Thanks for the stream and have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much, Laura. Have a good night. That ring, the magnificent one she never took off. Could it still lie in the bottom of that gleaming lake, hidden in the cold dark? Or had the whispering, guttural voice you heard after the burial been telling the truth? The thought poisons your mind and leaves you dizzy. You try to remember what the doctor told you, repeating it to yourself like a mantra. You mustn't think about it. You mustn't think about it. I should think of something else. Oh, for instance, what does the painting mean? Just then you hear a knock at the door. You pull the curtain shut with one last effort, blocking the moonlight entirely before calling out. Still, the realization doesn't leave you. Oscar chose this room for you. This room with its view of the lake. That's so mean. Oh my god. What a dick. Whether by thoughtlessness or cruelty, he's proven yet again just how little he truly considers your feelings. When the maid steps into the room, she seems unaware of the storm in your chest. But the strange concern on your face, the slight worry in, but the strange concern on her face, the slight worry in her raised eyes, tells you something is amiss. My lady, I'm afraid it's been a mistake. They've already taken your books to the library. You continue staring at her, not quite understanding what's so concerning about that. Thankfully, she doesn't leave you in suspense. I'm not allowed to retrieve your books from there, my lady. No one except the housekeeper is permitted to enter the library. And the housekeeper is currently with Lady Diana. I'm not authorized to disturb her in that condition. Please forgive my incompetence. You still don't believe the situation warrants that kind of dread. The kind of dread that makes the poor girl squirm in front of you. You never thought you'd miss your own maid Daisy's complete lack of such delicate concerns. In that case, I'll go and fetch the books from the library myself. The startled look that flashes in the maid's eyes gives you pause. Am I forbidden to enter from entering the library? The word forbidden sends another wave of panic across her face, making it clear Red Heart holds such restrictions in very high regard. You can't help but think how much Tristan would enjoy that. Wait, hold on. Okay. No, my lady. I mean, I wasn't told anything like that. I don't believe there's any restriction applied to you. Good. Then the matter is settled. You may rest. I don't think I'll be needing anything else tonight. You reach for your robe, preparing to step outside, but the maid who's been watching you silently suddenly speaks up. If you like, I can escort you to the library. I'd appreciate that. After all, you wouldn't even know where to begin looking for the entrance of the library in your fiance's manor, which you've only visited a few times. Moving through the dim corridors, lit only by the candlelight in the maid's hand, a chilling silence settles around you. Thankfully, it's pierced now. Ugh. Thankfully, it's pierced now and then by distant bursts of laughter, conversation, and uninterrupted music from another corridor. Enough to assure you that you're still within the walls of Red Heart. So you're telling me that okay, so they're still having their little party. Is that what it is? At last, after navigating through several identical halls and climbing up and down more stairs than you'd care to count, the maid stops in front of a large door. This is it, my lady. Unfortunately, even being here is considered improper for someone like me, so I'll need to take my leave. Would you like me to wait at the top of the stairs? Noticing the faint glow lurking through the slightly ajar door and realizing someone's inside, you find your confidence again and turn to her. That won't be necessary. Just tell me how to get back to my room. I would need her at the top of the stairs. I would not be able to remember my whole way back. Absolutely not. If you couldn't even count how many staircases you walked, bitch, I would not be able to do this. Like, no. You need to wait for me. Oh my god. Please point me to where the fucking stairs are so I can meet you there. I will forget where the stairs are. She does as you ask, then disappearing down the hall in quick steps. All right, is Oscar going to be in the room? You think Oscar's going to be in the room? You narrow your eyes, trying to make out who's inside before knocking. I want to say Oscar. You've attended enough of Oscar's gatherings to be sure he keeps company with at least few well-mannered friends. And if someone here prefers books over wine and music, perhaps you found a decent conversation partner. It's gotta be Oscar, right? Like he's sitting here reading his book. But as you ease the door open a little further, the figure seated in the armchair by the fire comes into full view, and two surprised facts greet you at once. He has a lady next to him. He's got a lady with him. Never mind, there's no other lady with him. Never mind. First, the person is entirely engrossed in the very book you came here for. The latest release of that notorious necromancer who's everyone's talking about. And second, unfortunately, that person is Oscar. Nah, fuck you. I want my book back. Enter the library. You can't quite stomach the thought of turning back just because it's Oscar's inside. I can't either. I'm sitting my fucking ground, bitch. Give me my book. I want my book back now. Hold on. Give me my book. But storming in as though nothing's happened and simply reclaiming your book from him doesn't seem possible either. Oh yeah, we gotta fucking punch him in the face, walk up and just go swing. That's all you gotta do. By the time you realize your hesitation at the door has lasted too long, it's already too late to retreat. Darling, if you had your fill of admiring me from a distance, why not try and enjoy the view up close? He speaks without lifting his eyes from the book, a slight smirk curling at his lips, which is probably for the best. He doesn't see the flustered, embarrassed look on your face in that moment. And knowing that turning tail now would only seem more foolish, you step into the library with reluctant resignation. Contrary to the eerie image painted on by your maid's words. The library isn't nearly as foreboding as you imagine. The shelves lining the walls hold books that seem worth a small fortune, likely the reason no servants are allowed in. You almost sigh in relief as you realize Oscar's pheromones, which had um which had permeated the hall earlier, had now faded into mere bearable trees, keeping a safe distance between you. You finally speak. I only came here for my books, especially the one you're holding. Oscar's eyes lift from the page slowly, and instead of the mockery you expected, his expression carries a surprised wariness, almost sincerity. Oh, at this hour? Unless you're planning to share your bed with a corpse tonight, I doubt you need anything written in this book. You hold his gaze, schooling your features into a neutral calm. There's nothing like that in that book. Are you calling me a liar? And how would you even know what's in here? You haven't read it at all. You can tell. Even in his fatigue, Oscar has no intention of backing down from this game. And how would you know I haven't? With a flick of his wrist, he lifts the book effortlessly into one palm, bringing it close to your face. You watch as he breathes in deeply from one page, his eyes closing for a moment. It's easy. These pages don't carry a trace of you. You flush hotly as you realize he means your pheromones. Even though you're engaged, set to marry soon, yeah, in fucking 9 days, bitch, it still feels wildly inappropriate for him to speak so openly about it. The fact that you're alone together only worsens the situation. Your eyes dart to the door, suddenly aware that what you had been sure was left open is now somehow shut. Unlike you, Oscar seems entirely unbothered. When he opens his eyes again, his gaze is narrowed, intent and disturbingly pleased. Even from such a feeble little Omega, I can sense them. Sweet, tense, and undeniably alluring. Come here, Vivian. No, you bitch! I can't believe you're doing this to me! Oh, what a dipshit! Okay, though his tone carries the weight of command, it brushes your ears as the softest, most delicious sound you've ever heard. Ah! I hate people like him. Before you can register it, your feet are moving. How dare you, body? How dare you betray me? No! You're not without will, but somehow you've already been persuaded. The atmosphere of the library shifts completely, and the air becoming warmer, heavier, and infused with something intoxicating. A metallic yet rich aroma. By the time you've reached the space before his armchair, Oscar still hasn't moved. He only watches you, eyes half-lidded, sharp, and assuring. In the firelight, his hair gleams like the purest copper, and his lips look like ripe fruit, full and flushed. The way your fingers itch to reach for his hair, take those lips. It feels so natural, so easy, so inevitable. Here's your book, my dear. You had nearly forgotten why you had come here in the first place. Bitch! Get it together! Lock in! Please! We cannot lose to him! Ugh. So when he extends the book towards you, you hesitate, unsure how to react. Or should I escort you back to your room and read you these fairy tales myself? Though the offer feels dangerously tempting, your answer comes with a sharpness that even surprises you. No. Your fiance flinches just slightly. But we did it. But we did it. We affected him. That's all that matters to me. But then his lips stretch into a wide grin, effortless and mocking. I was only teasing, darling. I have no intention of wasting my night playing nanny for you. Unless you've got something tempting to offer in return. There's a half-buttered scone left in my room. Oscar lets out a low, amused chuckle that, even in a brief moment, manages to pull at your focus. How generous of you, my sweet. A beat of silence settles between you. Ah, okay. Sensing the moment's end, you reach out for the book, only for Oscar to yank it back before you can touch it. You're left with your hands suspended in the air as he catches your wrist, swift and deliberate. You barely manage to stop yourself from stumbling onto him, catching the side of his chair at the last second. But even that can't stop the space between your faces from narrowing. You feel your breath scatter across his lips, close enough to taste the heat radiating off him. And you're already far too provoked to pretend you don't want more. No, bitch, we can't let him win. No. I'm too prideful. I'm so sorry. I can't let this bitch. Until your eyes lift from his mouth to meet his gaze. He's mocking you, isn't he? And in that moment, everything warm inside you turns cold. Because you've never seen such a frigid, razor-sharp expression in those fire-lit blue eyes. Do you see now, Vivian? You can only resist me if I allow it. It's only now that you've become fully aware of the pheromones that has saturated the room. Unlike the faint command he used earlier in the hall to distract servants, these are thick, oppressive, utterly overwhelming. You've never been subjected to anything like this before, and every sense feels scrambled. You vile, shameless, contemptible, contemptible creature. How dare you? Even though he knows full well that such a thing is a grave taboo in your society, Oscar's expression doesn't shift an inch. All is fair in love and war, darling. And believe me, love is the last thing you'll find in Red Heart. The sooner you understand who you're dealing with, the better it'll be for you. Let me go. You struggle with all your strength, but it's useless. Your fiancé tightens his grip on your wrist instead of releasing you. Oh, you're so stuck in the past. You can't even see what's right in front of you. It's maddening how weak you are, and yet so oblivious. You should be far too old to believe in every fairy tale you read. You feel something snap inside you. It's too much. Wait, does he think that you believe in the alpha and omega like romance thing that your maid believed in? Is that what's happening? No, it's not. Your voice erupts with all the fury you've held back, echoing against the library's walls. I said, let go. You catch the flicker in his lashes. The momentary. Oh my god, my body rejects this. I rebuke this. The momentary falter in his composure. As you wish. And just like that, you're free. Without sparing him even a glance, you bolt from the library. As you try to navigate Red Heart's dim corridors back to your room, your rage gives way to something far worse. Regret. Normally, Oscar's words wouldn't have shocked or angered you so much. After all, even before your engagement, you knew what a bond between an Omega and an Alpha entailed. But something about tonight, about him, feels different. You can't shake the thought that Oscar meant to go beyond the boundaries society deems acceptable. Especially when his own mother, was infamous for keeping her Omega in a near constant haze of dormant pheromones until he became more dependent than devoted. Okay. No matter what, you don't want to believe that the Oscar you've known since childhood, that bright, cheerful boy who used to pull you into games from your quiet corner, could turn into someone like that. Maybe it was your mistake to think that he was anything like his mother. And yet somehow, though you're sure you've gotten lost along the way, you find your room again. The first thing you do is retrieve a small bottle from the handbag you never part with. Without hesitation, you tip back the bitter medicine, drinking down half the vial. Your face contorts at the taste, but at least now you feel somewhat safer, less vulnerable to the alphas around you. In that case, a sleepless night lies ahead. Ah, to be continued. Wait, seriously? I thought it was done. It said it had endings. Wait, I forgot this is the demo. I'm so mad. It said it had endings. It's like, oh, we have these two endings. And I'm like, okay, cool. The demo has endings. I can't believe this. Oh, you bitches. I was fully expecting to keep going. I guess my goth symphony is over. I can't believe this game. I will say it is a lot of fun. It is very interesting. I am wondering what this what's the deal with her like hallucinations. I personally believe that that half the things that are happening to her is correct, and like the blood is the hallucination. I don't think it's I don't think it's fully real, but there are some things that are happening that are clearly, happening. So I just can't believe it ended. I'm an idiot. I don't know. It said there were endings. Am I just like not reading the fucking thing correctly? I swore it had endings. Yeah, three different. The demo includes three different endings. But where are the endings? What do you mean? Did I not do well? I don't know what happened. I'm like checking like the little thingy, like the heavy spoilers. And yeah, it seems like it ends at day 2. But I am intrigued about this game. I'm very intrigued. I want to know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know who I like more. Maybe because I was checking like the heavy spoiler one. Literally, I naturally picked all of the ones for Oscar. So maybe that's why I'm more intrigued about Oscar's route and all this, not really the butler. But it'd be fun to see where it goes. I do like it. I wish there was more. But yeah, I guess we finished 2 games today, guys. We did it. Where's my hooray? Where's my hooray? It's not playing. Oh, I don't have it here. Well, imagine the confetti and the children saying hooray. We did it. We finished 2 games today. That was great. That was great, especially because like I said, I'm not gonna be streaming a lot. So we did it. We did it. We very much progress today. I did once again, just to finish my thoughts off, I did like it. I'm very interested in what's gonna happen. I would like them to put, although I'm more interested in how to break up with my yandere boyfriend more, I do like this one. This is a close second. I just want to know what's happening with how to break up with my yandere boyfriend. Like I really want to know what happens. I'm sorry, but I want to know what happens here too. So